I didn't get the chance to talk with him.
It was in the show notes. TMA Live featuring the International Boys Slut.
What do you have to do to win that award, you think?
That's a great question that you probably don't want to know the answer to.
Boy Slut Award. And a sash comes with it.
He had a sash. He was topless. A
He
very
was topless?
dainty smile and a little crown tilted to the side.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I heard he was straight.
That's all right.
Well, you do what you do to compete to win the International Boy Slut in 2015. And that was a great year for boy sluts.
Yeah. Big year.
Strong field. Yeah.
What's the criteria?
Talent.
I just don't know.
Probably a talent
Doug never
section.
has competed.
You've never won,
That's
Doug?
the one pageant that I didn't enter when I was a young man.
Yeah, he was there. Buck Swope was there taking Doug hundreds of pictures. And
none will appear anywhere. Do you ever see him anywhere?
No. Poor contestants up there just trying to get some answers right. Flash, 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 right in their face.
Right. He takes pictures like it's the Kennedy family's gotten together again. We got to document all that, and no one ever sees any of the photos. Where do they go? Why does he do that?
I lifted a bottle of water and he took like 6. Am I supposed to pose for you? I'm just taking a drink.
Jackson had his friends there.
Yep.
Mitch participated in the chicken wing eating contest.
He sure did. He was getting after it.
He
too.
was, but then I guess he lost his momentum, lost to Carlos Spice-Wiener, and then the kids participated in a variety of trivia games, one of which Jackson picked independent films from the 1960s and asked the listeners to guess what the 2-second sound drop was
I
from.
swear to you, I'd never even heard the name of the movie of some of these.
I'll be honest. The Behind the Candelabra one was one for us. that was
To hear Michael Douglas's guttural moans as Matthew Damon entered him.
yeah. That one was from me and Iggy. The other
Oh,
one,
God. Oh, God.
the other ones were popular films. The problem was they couldn't hear it, or at least Dutch Renner.
That's an issue.
Couldn't hear them.
Why can't we figure out microphones and speakers?
It was blowing my eardrums out.
It's 2021. People have been using this equipment for 100 years, and we still can't get it. We still can't set up a simple speaker system and play it so that 25 people might be able to hear it.
Former umpire Dutch Renner was furious about
He
the
was.
situation.
He should have been.
And he won too, and he was still.
Yeah, he was.
didn't know
he
that.
came over to me after the show, and he's like, "Man, I was going to really give it to Jackson about the audio." Jackson.
Well, I couldn't hear 3/4 of the show. I just don't want to embarrass anybody and say I can't hear this. I just kind of went along with it. That's funny. I have no clue what you said. I can't hear anything.
All right, coming up after our commercial break, Doug, I think this show has made radio history.
Oh, no.
I think it's a first in the history of the medium,
Is that right?
and it happened right here on our program, and we will have the audio for you next here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
So TMA is competing against real HD1 stations all month in our corporate app madness contest. And we're not winning right now. So get the TMA app if you don't have it. Make a profile, sign in, and you could win the week 2 prize, Dinner with TMA at Olive and Oak. You'll get a new keyword each week on the TMA app. Use that keyword to enter the contest on the app for a chance to win. Did we mention you have to have the app and you have to have an account and you have to sign in? App Madness. Help the little show that could. Stick it to the HD1 guys. Get more info at TMASTL.com. Friday night, pizza night. But this week, every night is pizza night with TMA. Check out Felix's Pizza Pub for a free biggest slice in St. Louis all this week when you buy a 12 or 18-inch pizza. I mean, these slices are huge. Each slice is so big, they're valued at $10. Felix's opens at 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday and at 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday. 10% of all sales benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Grab yourself a 12 or 18-inch pie and get a big old slice all this week at Felix's Pizza Pub.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
There's a new whiskey in town, Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and going down easy is their game. The kin behind Fistful has spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy. Get wise. Pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy Fistful responsibly. This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
I know that most of the listeners on the morning after are very wealthy individuals who don't worry about a mortgage, Ryan Kelly. But some people do, and you're telling me that you don't even have to have any money down to be able to buy a home now.
That's right. For that one or two listeners on the morning after, that don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars floating around.
Probably just one.
Yeah, maybe one, maybe two. Let's be honest.
Could be.
Well, for you, one or two, or for the yous out there, did you know that at thehomeloanexpert.com, you can buy a house with zero money down? Like legit. You can buy a home. We can help you out with no money down. And right now is a perfect time to go out and be looking at those homes because if we've seen anything, those homes will become an asset and the value will go up. You'll build wealth. You'll have a great house. So if you think you need these big down payments, you don't. Well, maybe if you're going to the bank. But at thehomeloanexpert.com, we got you. And I can get you into the home of your dreams with $0 down. Get pre-approved to buy the home of your dreams today by visiting thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, The Potted Plant. TMASTL.com, and come on in, friends. The water is warm in the YouTube chat. Ladies have gathered, and they want to talk about all the naughty things they did this weekend in that hot weather. Ooh, and I see somebody saying, I hope Tim is wearing a sundress this morning. Doug, that's Jonas Grumby. That's the first comment I see.
Well, that's not a sundress at all.
You don't know that?
I had kind of a scandalous Friday night.
Uh-oh.
I went to Sam's lined up because gas was only $4.47.
Pony.
Yeah, that's what I did on Friday night.
Did you save a nickel?
Yeah, nickel a gallon.
I went to the Jeffco Rodeo.
Ooh.
The Jeffco Rodeo. That
All of
doesn't
us
sound
are
Hoosier.
bad little boys.
What was that like?
It was beyond what you could expect a Hoosier Fest to be.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was people shoving double funnel cakes with a side of baby back ribs.
Oh,
just the beer line. Everything was just Hoosier as Hoosier could be, and it was a humbling experience.
feel good to be in there, part of it all.
Felt great.
Yeah.
The smell of manure.
Oh, man.
Where is that?
The rodeo clowns.
Imperial?
And it was... Yeah, I was beyond Imperial, I'm pretty sure. I forgot exactly where it was.
Is that still Missouri?
Yeah, it was God's country out there.
Imperial's not very far from Arnold.
I think it's in Louisiana.
It's not that far.
I tell you what, I was very disappointed with the female riders.
What were you expecting? Bo Derek and Bolero?
No, they weren't as great with the rope and the
Nice
caps.
reference.
Nice, Doug. But yeah, it was a fun Hoosier weekend, too.
I didn't even know Pitbull was in town, or I'd have been there.
Doug, you went. How was the show?
I didn't. I was lined up for gas at Sam's. I couldn't get to Pitbull. You kidding me? Would love to have gone to see Pitbull.
I think it was called
Darling.
First Flash, First Fish.
First Fish? How are you not there with a name like that?
I don't know, but they didn't even announce it. Our friend D'Angelo Hopkins was working it, and he said they didn't even announce it was coming. He said they just had it, and then Pitbull showed up. Didn't even announce it was coming.
Really?
Why would you do that?
Nate in Tallahassee says you guys are also St. Louis. Doug, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. That's where we live. That's where we've lived for a long time.
Go to
Why wouldn't
Cabo on the weekends.
It'd be pretty weird if we weren't St. Louis, wouldn't it?
Nate, you can call on the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone line, 636-9004-TMA. Come on in. The water's warm.
I think she was there with Dupo. You ever heard of that?
Excuse me?
Dupo, Illinois, right across the river.
Dupo?
Right across the river.
Basically doing like a strip tease on the microphone pole.
That's who was there, too.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Didn't know.
No.
I'll go see her in September.
Unless they're performing at Sam's. I didn't see them this weekend.
I tell you what, at the rodeo.
Is there a line at the Culvers?
Oh, I love Culver's.
I didn't notice, but I bet there was.
No, it usually is. We got a lot going on here.
What have we got?
Well, we have App Madness, new prize for this week. Jackson, what do we have going on?
Oh, this is one you want.
Yeah, winner of this week's At Madness contest wins dinner with us at Olive and Oak.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
And all of the ladies are welcome.
So you guys all know how to sign up for At Madness. We talked about it all last week. I'll just do a quick reminder.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with reminding people, Jackson. You don't take the listenership for granted.
Sure. So all you do is you go on the TMA STL app, make a profile if you haven't, or if you already have a profile, go to your profile section, click the graphic that says At Madness, and that will take you to where you enter the keyword. And Doug, you ready for the keyword?
What is
keyword?
it? Davenport?
Davenport was last week. Now you've confused the audience. Doug. Good stuff. This week's keyword is Banty.
Banty!
Banty? How do you spell that?
B-A-N-T-Y.
Oh, like a little banty rooster.
That's right, Earl Weaver.
Okay.
Yep.
Out with the first entry.
B-A-N-T-Y. Banty is the keyword of the week. At Madness, the winner this week gets dinner with us at Olive and Oak.
Oh, my goodness, Doug. I'd recommend the
Okay.
charred octopus.
Dover Soul.
I don't eat anything with tentacles.
I think we had over 2,500 entries last week. I don't know if that's good or not.
I heard the promo for the show. Apparently, we're not in first place.
No.
According to Harvard Morty. But we're getting there. 2,500 is good.
Well, Riz is cheating.
How so?
Wow.
Godspeed,
This is a bad
brother.
idea.
Last
I'm
week,
gonna withdraw from this.
Keishi is on board with me. Last week, they gave away Keishi stuff. They gave away an autographed nameplate by U-Man
That's a nice
on the
prize.
Riz Show. They're trying to steal the Keishi listeners.
So Learn's not
Yeah,
happy.
that's double dipping.
Lauren wasn't happy.
There you go, Doug.
Huh, maybe we should
The
sell
enemy
some.
of my enemy is my friend.
That's where I got that from Learn's Instagram post. Doesn't matter to me.
But if Learn takes up a cause, you will
I'm
advance
behind
the
it.
cause.
Right.
There you go.
Maybe next week
Ride or die.
I'll give them an autographed picture of me they can give away as a prize.
Like that could be a hot item
Yeah.
with
So
the
use us
pseudo
to
audience.
at least give us some pub.
Why would we even try to win against that? It's hopeless now. Is this a glossy?
I blame the listeners.
That's a good place to put the blame.
Well, it's up to them. They have to register. If they don't register, we can't win.
Well, so we're all pretty down then, right?
No, somebody won last week and gets to play golf.
Oh
with
yeah,
us.
how does that work? Do we draw it, or is that getting drawn today?
I think Jesse does.
Yeah, I think Jesse does it.
No, really. Nice.
So
Yeah,
if you
we
entered,
did, we just pick who we want to play golf with.
if you entered last week, you can certainly enter again this
Absolutely, Doug.
And you can enter every day. You can enter once a day.
week. Okay.
I didn't know about that. You can, once you enter, you can go back the next day and enter again.
This is our week.
It feels like it. Yeah.
In addition to that, Michael Wellington has been sending me images already this morning from the U.S. Open. Chris Nagel, St. Louisan, and Wellington already up at the Country Club at Brookline. And Nagel on the range. Wellington is wearing his TMA hat. And what we would like to do is he's going to be sending us pictures and calling in and giving updates whenever he can throughout the course of the week en route to Nagel's historic win at the U.S. Open on Sunday. And Doug, what time is that going to happen? Like 6:04?
I don't know. I don't have the times, Tim.
And so Wellington, of course, is the chairman of Birdies for Bipolar, where the money for the Dotem 4 of the 5 years has gone with portions of the proceeds to Birdies for Bipolar. 1 year it went to a hot dog stand. So what we would like to do is Wellington said any money that people would want to put in for him wearing this hat at the U.S. Open, which would be wonderful if it gets on TV when he and Nagel embrace. And would you say 6:04 p.m. when they win the U.S. Open? And
I haven't
shock
got the
world? I
times,
mean, he's
Tim.
500 to 1, so I'm going to throw $100 on that and win $50,000 on Sunday. He would like to raise money for the Veterans Golf Simulator at Arlington Greens. And this is a passion project for him. For those of you who are at the Dotem, you may have noticed that there were veterans on every single hole. And on the Birdies for Bipolar website, it talks about how one of the issues for veterans is 22 veterans take their own life every day. And part of it is seasonal wintertime depression. That's one of the main catalysts. And so the Arlington Greens Veterans Golf Association has thrived, and what they want to do is create a simulator so they can get together and play during the winter. And so what we are doing is we are raising, hopefully we can raise $5,000 for this Veterans Golf Simulator. Wellington is wearing the TMA hat. It is on GoFundMe. It is on the TMA fan page. The TMA account has tweeted it out. And if you could take just 2 minutes, I think you could knock it out in 2 minutes and donate $5 or $10, whatever you can do. Let's see if we can raise $5,000 for the Veterans Golf Simulator for Birdies for Bipolar and the Arlington Greens Veterans Golf Association. I think mental health and supporting veterans is something that it doesn't matter what your worldview is something people can get behind. And if you are a friend of this program like Michael Wellington is, and you like seeing the TMA hat at the U.S. Open this week, the way to thank him is to donate $5, $10, $25, whatever you can do. So click on that link on GoFundMe or on the TMA fan page or on Twitter, and spread that around, and let's see if we can raise $5,000 and get the veterans at Arlington Greens their golf simulator. So that is our cause this week.
Well, and that's a good one.
Amen.
That's a nice one.
And he's passed up some money probably by wearing that. Whoever came up to them, I don't know if Nagel had the ping bag. Ping reached out to him. Normally if the caddy will wear something like that too, that company will throw money at him. So he probably passed up money by wearing our hat.
So here we are. We're trying to raise some money for it. And like I said, it's on GoFundMe. And if you click on the links, you can get right there to that page. Plus, as we're in the Munganast 7 o'clock hour, coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, Jackson, I can only describe this as a significant announcement.
I concur.
Doug,
Coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour.
That's correct. A significant announcement.
About what?
About an upcoming TMA event.
Huh?
Oh, now I know what it is.
Yeah.
I was a little... Didn't know.
Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Okay.
This
well,
is
that's
gonna
not that far away.
This is going to be one for the ages. Can't wait.
I think it'll be fun.
And we really have a few events coming up, but this one is the one we are announcing coming up at 8 o'clock. An old-fashioned pony coming your way. So that's coming up at 8 o'clock. And
think about this.
Cardinals lost to the Reds.
Yeah. Well, I think we can all be upset that they've let Matt Carpenter go, and now he's having this whirlwind season with the Yankees. I think we all saw it coming and begged the Cardinals to hang on to Carpenter, give him one more shot, put him in the middle of the lineup, make him the DH. No, they let him go. Now here's 7 home runs in 10 games. First Yankee ever to do that in the history of the club. And I think we all saw it, too, because we liked his swing when he was here.
We all complained when they let him go.
I know.
Man, people thrive once they leave Bush. I don't know what it is.
Well, he has. For him, it was working with Matt Holliday at Oklahoma State. He said that's what got. He worked with a bunch of people, including Joey Votto, but apparently it's Matt Holliday at Oklahoma State that really made the difference.
Well, we got the young. He put 6 home runs down in Memphis, so
yeah, he's about due to come up.
He'll be up soon.
All right.
I'm excited for that.
Well, he used to be a good player, cleanup hitter for a while. 30 home runs one year. Maybe if he gets it back like Carpenter did, it'd be a nice addition, wouldn't it? You don't want to see him back. You don't want to see Paul DeYoung back. Okay.
Oh, boy.
We'll just go ahead and
Lose
the Red 7-6.
Is Tim there?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know where you put him.
Well, they're all Wisconsin players.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
That's a good club.
It's a first place club. They're in first
I know.
place.
I said it's a good club.
Don't worry about DeYoung. He may want to go get a pitcher. Yesterday, there's
Doug, there are takes all over the damn
Where's
place.
my oven?
And they're not necessarily a hot take. They're mild.
I'll break down the game if you want.
Little spicy.
Okay, I'm putting it on.
Normal situation. I don't believe Dakota Hudson stays in the game through the 7th inning.
He's been very good this year.
I know, but he wasn't yesterday.
Dak.
And, well, I'm sure they don't want to go through the bullpen because they got all these bullpen games coming up because they don't have 5 starters. So,
Well, Flaherty's coming back. He may be about ready.
Is that determined?
He's throwing well in the minors. He's had a couple of good starts down there. I think he'll be back any time now.
well, you can't win them all,
Fan
but
base.
that's one they probably could have won.
Well, I'll tell you something. We were talking, I know, Jackson, we talked about it on Balloon Party because I thought it would be minus 350. So when a number is that far off from what my projection would be, it is eye-opening. The Cardinals winning that series against the Reds was only minus 180.
Yeah.
That was,
Yep.
oh.
Did you play it?
I did not play it. I don't really do a whole lot of quote-unquote playing. Although, Jackson, you said something about Al Horford and his over on threes.
Yeah, I had the over of.
I couldn't get it on the thing that I
Right,
use. I guess
three-
that's the issue.
Yeah, same. My book didn't have the Cardinals series winner, else I would have been all over it. But the Horford, I had 3 or more. He had 2, but the over/under of his threes was 1.5. So if you had the over on that, it covered. And
Yeah.
he did.
And he did, right? Like with a minute left.
Yeah, I know.
Producer Joe was all over it. He texted me right when it happened.
Sweet. Glad people are tailing.
Iggy shook that off.
50-cent parlay player.
Okay.
Damn.
You're unhappy that Joe won his bet.
Probably
No,
the hot
good-
Spurs over
congratulations.
1.5.
Tottenham Hotspur.
EPL season's been over.
Well,
They're all Wisconsin players.
Right. Getting some
Munganast,
friendlies
sponsor
in.
of the 7 o'clock hour. Work with Jamie Burkhardt and Clayton Patterson, stlouisacura.com, altontoyota.com. Even if you didn't get your car from Munganast, you can get it serviced at Munganast. It's stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Work with the best. That's Jamie Burkhardt and Clayton Patterson, the official automotive provider of TMA. I am a very happy client, and I would like to see you become one as well. You can shop online right now, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Or if you would like a connection to Jamie, email me, tmckernan at insidestl.com, tmckernan at insidestl.com. It's Munganast, the sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour. Doug, you tell us about our title sponsor. His name's Ryan Kelly. We saw him here in the studio last week.
Certainly did. Always great to see you, Ryan Kelly. Boy, when you see him, you just think about saving money by maybe refinancing a mortgage or getting a new mortgage, an original mortgage. A lot of people are refinancing now because home values have skyrocketed now, so you got more equity than you've ever had before in your house. It's a great time to do a cash-out refi. Ryan says the average person doing that is getting about $54,000 back. Imagine what you could do with $54,000. You could certainly pay off a credit card debt or maybe make some home improvements, pay school loans, whatever. Apply online today at thehomeloanexpert.com and let Ryan Kelly and his team do that for you. He's also got that veterans loan. He's got the teacher appreciation loan, the union workers loan. He's got special gifts for them, $500 gift card for teachers and union workers when you close a loan. You get a $500 gift card just for closing through thehomeloanexpert.com. Ryan Kelly is there to take care of you. He is simply the best, and his website, again, is thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly.
How about this? I created the fundraiser for Birdies for Bipolar and the Arlington Greens Veterans Golf Association, I think around like 6:45. And we already have $870. I just clicked on it. God bless America. How about that?
We have well-heeled listeners.
My goodness.
No,
Thank
they're
you
just
so much
caring.
for that. That is unbelievable. Let's see if we can do this, man. I was going back and forth on what the right number would be. And I thought 5,000's a little aggressive, but, I don't know. See if
And
we
you're
can
usually
get it.
low when you say that, too.
I just was like, because you're just kind of guessing. But here we are. We're less than an hour in and already $870 raised as Wellington. And he just sent me another picture of him and Nagel. So they're on the course. They're out there playing right now. And somebody texted in that he is 1,000. What is? Do you see that text, Jackson?
I got it at 800 to 1.
He's 800 to 1?
Yeah, that's what I put it
Somebody
in.
texted in that he's plus 100,000 on FanDuel.
I have it.
Doug,
Plus,
that's worth throwing $100.
I think so.
I had plus 80,000 on DraftKings,
All right.
and I put that in. So we're gonna make $5,000.
Yeah. And this is going to be a magical week.
Yep.
I will.
Everyone's lives are gonna change.
Yep.
I'm going to donate anyway, but I'll donate $100 if you can get Bones to wear that hat with a picture next to you. If Nagel can get Bones to put on the hat and then get a picture with Bones.
Wow.
Well, I don't know how likely I would consider that is, but Doug, maybe it can happen.
It could.
Maybe Bones will do it.
Is Bones? What's Bones doing? Is he caddying or is he an
Caddy
announcer?
for Justin Thomas.
Yeah, just tell him Phil
Okay.
wouldn't wear it, and he'd probably put it on.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that's the only way I will donate. I'll donate 100 if he does it.
Hey, Doug, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When we win the Open, will you please free Dottam?
For heaven's sake. And this is the guy we think's going to win?
It's still timely.
It was 2018 at Shinnecock.
Got him.
Hey, Captain Self-Awareness, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you play $5 DraftKings games? Is that the equivalent of a 50-cent parlay player you say Producer Joe is? That's Nathan from the east side of Alton.
Well, that's DraftKings. A little bit different when I make normal bets. Anywhere from 100, 200.
You a
Is
high
that
roller?
right?
High roller fellow.
Wow, you bet more than I do.
I don't
Your
bet a lot.
unit is $100.
Look at this
Yeah,
guy,
I
Doug.
don't bet a lot, but if I really like a game, I'll put $10 5-team parlay together.
Man,
And that's what Producer Joe does.
getting
A 50-cent parlay player.
Doug's Glue Guzzler is active. Know what's going on. PLTDing yesterday's show right now. Tell Manchild that Mrs. Doug's Glue Guzzler loves dark chocolate.
No.
You weren't listening to a live program.
Didn't do a show yesterday, did we?
Believe we did
I
that.
hope you're not texting in on a Sunday.
Maybe somebody came in. My
think that's-
headsets are missing, so maybe somebody came in and did a show.
I think that text
Somebody
was a while
come in
ago.
and talk about blackraw.com or something along those lines. I don't know.
Sunday
Like, what goes in
programming.
on this? Are we brokering time on HD2 now?
Somebody bought time yesterday.
DM me for
Lasky,
spots.
Greg Lansky.
Guys, since Iggy's putting out requests, can Nagel run some errands for me too in Boston? Thanks. That's Steve, and he's in Wildwood.
Errands? I'll be on the range. I'm sure if you see JT up there, I'm just saying Bones.
You've given out
Back in
errands
that
before.
conversation.
You
Good
wanted
enough,
somebody to get you like Lady Gaga wine in New York. Remember that?
Yeah, that was Tucker.
Coffee in Bermuda.
Yeah,
that was
that's
Tucker.
right. Pick me up some
But
coffee.
then
when
Tucker
you're
really didn't live there, so no wonder I never got it.
Manchild79 is listing, and he just says sup with some open eye emojis. Doug, it sounds like he's interested in the situation, and the total package says I like dark chocolate also. So a lot of things are happening in the engineer design facilities text inbox in the early going. It sounds like people are going to sleep with each other.
Well, as is the norm, right?
I love
Our
how
YouTube channel is nothing more than a dating app.
the guys don't even need to see the female before they get
Right,
excited.
that, oh,
like,
it's a girl.
the eye open emoji, and we don't even know if she exists and what
Right.
she looks
Well,
like.
she exists.
Doug's Glue Guzzler's wife.
Oh yeah,
we've
she
seen her.
exists. That one definitely does.
Not Stephen Well, Nate in Tallahassee. Doug, everybody's from a specific spot.
Yeah.
He says he's following up with you guys are also St. Louis, which he sent in at his 7-Eleven. And he says Pitbull, rodeos, spending 2 hours to save $10 on gas.
Yeah.
Get lives.
Well,
That's
those
Nate.
are
He's
our
in
lives.
Tallahassee.
Well,
It's our lives.
Well, you're on here most of the morning, so maybe you should get one too.
He is kind of accurate on what happened in our weekends and why we
Yeah.
are so boring.
What's wrong with Pitbull?
Well, I would think of more of the Jeffco rodeo and the
Where did
2-hour
Pitbull play?
I think Summerfest.
Yeah,
That was out.
Summerfest, first fish,
Where is
First
that?
form.
first form.
Yeah.
What's
I had no
no
clue.
idea.
I didn't even know what it was.
I think my girlfriend brought that name up the other day. She thinks it's a secret cult. It's like a workout
Oh, yeah.
first form, I think it is.
Right.
It's like a workout like group,
Yeah.
but Madison like is dead set on it's a cult. But
Well, it was a
apparently
secret
they
concert,
put on
I know that.
events or
Wasn't
they,
wasn't Tiger sponsored by First Form? He was sponsored by some supplement company for a while.
But yeah, that's that name rang a bell. I was wondering what that was, but yeah, I remember.
Hey, Tim, can you ask Wellington to grab me some trash coffee that I can get right up the street just to be annoying and inconvenience him? That's from Harrison's brother, Master.
Well, first of all, Blue Mountain is not trash coffee. And second of all, I'm not asking him for anything. I said it'll be a great picture.
Well, I'm wondering if everyone would even know who Bones is. I mean, you have to be pretty deep into golf to know who
Well,
Bones
he's at the
is.
U.S. Open. I'm sure he knows about golf.
Well, yeah.
Well,
He's saying-
Michael would know him, but I'm talking
Oh,
about
I'm
like
talking-
Doug's
saying-
talking about the audience.
Oh,
In general. If
Okay, the
people saw a
audience.
picture of Bones, they wouldn't know who he is.
I thought you were talking about the people out Wellington won't know who Bones is.
No. If a picture showed up with Bones,
Well, I'm the one donating,
most
so
people
I know
would
who
know
he
who
is.
it was.
I know who he is, and I'm the one donating, so it'd be for
How
me.
do I get my mitts on one of those Kevin Na shirts?
They finished in the middle of the pack yesterday and won like 300,000.
Good for him.
That'll bring him back.
With that 30 million already in the bank.
Yeah.
God, Kevin Na, man, killing it.
These guys will probably play over there for a year or two, and then it'll dissolve, and then they'll have $50 million in their bank account.
With no tour to go to.
Take a year suspension off from the PGA, and then be back. That'd be my guess.
Hey, Chris, while you're up there, if the Celtics win, grab me a championship shirt and a hat and put the hat on Justin Thomas and get a pic. I'll Venmo you. Thanks. That's Steve. He's back from Wildwood.
Again, I'm not asking for anything. I'm not saying bring me something back.
You wanted that picture pretty badly.
Yeah, it sounded.
I thought it'd be cool if you got a picture with Bones and Bones has a TMA hat on.
Why not shoot for somebody bigger than Bones?
I'm going to say, why not have JT put on?
We don't even know what Bones
Well,
looks
I'm
like.
thinking he's a caddy. He's probably got a better shot at talking to another caddy than a player. Maybe he knows those guys. Maybe he knows JT. I don't know. Maybe go up to Rory and say, hey, Roars, can you wear this TMA hat?
I love the thought of like the caddies all in the sauna, after the players get out. Wellington sitting next to Bones.
Here, put this hat on. Selfie.
Yeah, caddies are a different breed. I didn't really know Colin, who was Annika Sorenstam's caddy at the time, at the Michelob Ultra, and we just sat back in the caddy shack and BS'd.
Oh, did you kibitz?
Yeah. He's the best well-known caddy on the LPGA Tour, caddying for the best player on the LPGA Tour.
Jesus.
We're just having a sandwich and talking.
Yeah.
They all hang out together.
He was just like one of the guys.
Yeah.
This guy
He was,
just
he
carrying
was.
clubs.
Just
He really
talking
was.
crap on your player.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, the people were waiting for this show to start this morning, Doug, because there are so many texts coming in. 314-881-TMA5. And don't forget a big announcement coming up at 8 o'clock as we start our appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour. But here midway through the Munganast, St. Louis Acura, Olden Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Activity, heavy. We've gotten to the point where Iggy is commenting on my private photos with me and my wife. That's from Doug's Glue Guzzler. Are you? Where would you be doing that? Is that like on Facebook or Instagram or something?
I don't know.
So that's not true. He says it's on Facebook.
What did I comment on?
Doug's Glue Guzzler, would you like to call in 636-9004-TMA?
Hello, I'm leaving.
I don't know.
She was right there.
If it was on your private Facebook or your personal Facebook page, I'm sure it wasn't derogatory.
No.
I'm sure it had
Well,
nothing
didn't
to
you
do.
ask Justin in Columbia if he and
Well,
his
that was a
wife would like to go to hedonism on her Facebook?
That was a mistake. I
Oh, you
thought it was
did?
on the
She's
fan.
like friends with like a bunch of moms and like.
I thought it was on the fan page.
Ouch. What'd they say? Or they just delete your comment?
I don't know.
Unfriend.
I don't remember. But if that was his personal page, I'm sure I wouldn't have said anything derogatory that is mentioned on this show. Well, don't be cryptic. What did I say?
Doug's Glue Guzzler, 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt Kia, North County phone lines. Call in, and then we'll get to the bottom of it, Doug. I don't know. Hell.
Okay. Fun time.
I
Yeah.
bet he sends a screenshot here momentarily.
Well, that's fine. I just don't remember saying anything about his wife. What did the Greg Lansky tweet say?
Have to get to the bottom of that.
Guys, I'm not asking Nagel for anything. I just stated it would be great if he did me this favor. I can't say basic words like autograph and breasts, but yeah, Tim, you and the listeners are the idiots. That's from show ombudsman Brian Hench, and he also writes for the Indianapolis Star.
All right.
He's aggressive.
Yeah, he is.
I just said I would donate $100 to the charity if he can get a picture. I'll donate regardless, but I'll go up to 100 if you get the picture.
Never give up on my dreams, okay?
Who is that guy? Is that the wrestling guy?
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, baby. I've never heard of him, but I remember the drop.
Beer Cats is also incredibly active in the early going. He sent in a few. He says, we all believe Iggy bets $100 a game the same way we believe he averaged 30,000 steps per day last week. What does that mean?
I don't believe I said I averaged 30,000 steps. I think I said I tried to put in 30,000 steps for like 3 or 4 days. 2 of them played golf, day of shopping, but that wouldn't go in. So I'm stuck at like 8,000. I said I was just trying to help
total?
out our little contest we have going on here at Hubbard.
Not how you start, it's how you
All
finish.
the stations that Hubbard owns are having little contests who can have the most steps. And I tried to put mine in, and I'm not making it up. They have a graph. Because if you don't have a Fitbit or something that keeps track of your steps, they have a little thing. If you play 18 holes of golf in a cart, it says you average 15 steps a minute, whatever. So how long it took you to play golf. So you just go by this. I'm just going by the chart. I'm not trying. You don't get anything for this. I'm not trying to cheat.
In the air, left field, and gone.
Yeah. So I'm just answering this text.
The Bearcats.
Yeah. So I'm not making things up. I'm just going by the chart, but it's not entering anyway. So
A lot of people are wanting to call in. Doug's Glue Guzzler, I know, is on. Mr. Lick says he needs to make some statements. So this is a whole thing here in this Mungan S 7 o'clock hour. Yeah, Doug's Glue Guzzler, what's going on? Iggy's posting comments on your wife's pictures on Facebook, you say?
Yeah, what's going on with Jackson, boys?
What's the problem?
You didn't even answer my call. You didn't even say hi to me when I called. And at the Dotem, you drove off the hole with us. You didn't even come get your ball. You didn't say bye or anything. What's going on?
I didn't answer the call because if I were to answer the call, everyone would hear it. So I just put you on hold because I saw you were calling in. As for the Dotem, I can't remember what the issue was with there. I probably had to take a piss if I had to be honest with you.
Tornado was coming.
Yeah, Twister.
I didn't know if this new popularity and celebrity is changing a little bit. I can't tell.
Yeah, well, maybe I need to humble myself.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, boys, Iggy's right, by the way. He did comment on my private page, and he did comment on a picture of my wife. But it wasn't derogatory. But I knew it would bring up the Justin and Columbia post, so that's why I said it.
What did I say, though? I don't remember. I think you said John Rahm. I said John Rahm.
Yeah, you do kind of look like John Rahm.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Well, I bet you got railed for that.
Yeah.
Choice of words.
Hey, actually, speaking of that picture, so I thought you guys would like this. We went on a vacation last week, which is why we had that picture, and we were in like a different country, a really poor country, the Dominican Republic. And when we were there, we actually met somebody, and he was our from the country, and we ended up talking and kind of told him about our lifestyle, and he followed up with a prostitution offer, actually.
Oh, did he really? Offered himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was
is that
the
like
offer?
Your guy, your pool boy?
He wasn't the pool boy, but he was the bartender at the beach bar.
Yeah, like Doug's in Mexico.
Victor.
Victor
He wasn't a prostitute. He was working at the hotel.
Yeah.
So was this guy.
Our boy's name was Kelvin.
Kelvin Sampson, Doug, coached Oklahoma against Missouri in 2002 in the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you take him up on it?
Well, we sure as heck we got some more information from him.
So was he a pimp, or was he looking to sleep with your wife?
Oh no, he had a girl.
Oh, so you guys were gonna have a foursome on the tee?
I don't know if he was. You know, their English is a little rough. At least I don't think he was going to be involved. I think he was just there for the transaction piece.
Oh,
he called.
So he was the pimp. He was the pimp.
I guess he was the pimp.
Nice.
And you were the John.
What was he charging you?
Yeah. What's the rate in the Dominican for an MFF?
$2.
Exactly. And so all the Texans that are hating that I'm calling, this is why I'm calling, because I think this is good information for you.
Yeah, this is helpful.
So, thank you. So
you didn't need that.
He really liked us, and we were tipping him good. So he was giving us a good deal, and it was only going to be $80. Now there were some stipulations. She did not speak a lick of English.
Was it Vivian Azure by chance?
It was.
Oh, if it was Vivian Azure, Tim, it would have been full throttle, $80.
I can't even imagine. God almighty.
Tim, I've texted in the past, even when you've been gone. like, especially when you're gone, just put that interview on the show one day, please.
I wouldn't mind. You know what? I wouldn't mind hearing it actually myself.
I don't remember what happened.
I don't know. Yeah, you were part of the show. You
Yeah, I
weren't,
was,
you weren't
yeah.
self-furloughing then. I know. I remember the Sea Monster was the producer, and there's like a drop of Sea Monster.
Vivian, are you there?
Saying, Vivian, are you there?
I need to find that.
Can you hear me good?
I need to find that right now.
That is, I'm
We
telling you,
thought
boys,
she was
that
from
is the
Toronto,
number
and I
one
didn't
time.
know that there was a distinct, what I believe was Ukrainian accent. Doug, I don't know.
No,
so
I
so
don't.
part of me thinks Vivian Azure wasn't her real name.
I doubt that. That's probably the real
hear
name.
it a
That's
word
the
should play
number
it
one,
straight.
the number one time, the hardest I've ever laughed listening to this show was that interview.
Well, it was great work on the part of everybody.
So did you take up this gentleman on his offer of $80?
We did not, mainly because she didn't speak English.
Okay.
That'll be the
My
problem.
wife seems to. There seems to be a difference in how men and how women see prostitution.
Well, yeah.
That
You
off.
think?
I think that's.
Well, you probably would have never gotten out of there alive.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, you're at the
I
resort.
got another one for you, Plowboy. So getting some marijuana there is a lot pretty difficult too. So I guess they're really strict there on their marijuana.
Where were you
laws
at again?
involved. The Dominican Republic.
yeah.
It's a good idea to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
looking to buy drugs in a foreign country.
Yeah,
It
well,
almost always
that
turns
was-
out well.
Yeah, we had we had kind of an itinerary of things we needed to hit, and my day one was find weed, Doug.
Yeah, me and
Okay.
Doug Glugos are very similar when it comes to vacations. So yeah, did
You're
you
willing to risk that?
Did you just do man on the street? Is that kind of what you did?
Well, Doug, when you got an asshole as loose as mine, I'm not worried about going to jail.
Yeah, better don't.
I don't think you can say that word.
I dumped
Let
it.
him down!
It's a weird rule. It's a weird rule.
Sorry,
You
buddy.
can say ass, but then you can't include the whole. No,
Gotcha.
But I think you can. But you can say a, and then
Yeah, you can.
now that you have to be careful, and
noted.
you
Oh,
have
you can
to.
say a hole?
I think so, but you can't say the whole word for some reason. Like nobody knows what you mean.
Whatever.
Yeah, the FCC is so backward.
Okay. all right. We'll
Yeah,
do-
what you
that'll
need to
be-
do though is, I don't smoke a lot. I don't smoke at all unless I'm in Jamaica. Then I'll partake. But you have to know the people you're buying it from. You can't just go to like anybody who's selling it. Yeah, I'll take some because you don't know what's in that. I mean, I've seen people that were so messed up because there was so much THC and angel dust in this stuff where they were out for like 2 days. So you have to be careful when you're overseas buying them.
Yeah, good recommendation, and I knew that before going in. So when I found the first guy, I had to like walk down the beach and meet this guy. And I specifically, when I got there, I made sure that there was no cocaine in the marijuana. So, and he promised, so I believed him and trusted him. He seemed nice.
He promised, Doug.
God.
Oh, that's what you need.
It's not
Scouts
enough
on
just
the
to be
Pablo,
somewhere
listen
at
to
a
this.
beach and everything. You got to be on drugs too.
Doug, you don't get us.
No, I don't get it. That's for sure. I don't get it.
You don't need to wear a condom. I promise I don't have anything.
Doug, you wouldn't say that about having a beer on the beach and having a joint on the beach and having the beer on the beach. It's the same thing.
Sure it is. Sure it is. You keep telling yourself that.
Nice, Doug. Way to
I
school
will.
us.
I will.
There's a lot of Dominican women are
hey.
very, very good looking, so I'm sure you hooked up at some point.
Yeah, did you have an MFF?
We had somebody on the line, a Canadian gal. We didn't.
How'd you
finish
meet
the-
her? What's going on? Doug, what's the
we had all
scene
kinds-
in
we
the
had all-
DR?
We met all kinds of friends. We had a big group there. We went to the discoteca a couple nights with them.
Don't say discoteca.
That's what they call it, Doug.
Okay.
But yeah, so we had a friends from South Africa. We had friends from Canada. We had a big
You
diverse
met
group.
all these people? Man, I'm telling you. You guys are
I'm
social
telling you,
butterflies.
it's awesome. This place is sweet.
But I mean,
Pablo,
is it a
make
place
short.
for people who engage in the more popular MMF and the less popular MFF, or were you guys just propositioning people from all over the world?
Okay, so we actually were supposed to go to an adults only, and this adults only was actually right next to a new beach resort, but ours wasn't. But so we had some things come up, and we actually had to quickly change our plans and leave a couple days later. And so when that happened, we actually did not go. We just went to a normal, like all inclusive. It wasn't like an adults only or anything special. We're just sociable people.
And do you think these people from South Africa and Canada were once entertained by you both, thinking about the possibility of swapping fluids?
Oh.
Well, I mean, we hung out with these people for 4 days. Like these people end up being like our friends. We hung out every day there. And
But did you have ulterior motives of wanting to penetrate them?
well, they're out of a group. There was these 2 girls that were there from Canada, and they found out about our lifestyle.
When you say they found out, Doug, how does that?
It was in all the papers down there.
It was going around the resort. Hey, did you hear about them?
Well, yeah. So, my wife was wearing something that indicated that she.
A pineapple.
Was it a pineapple?
It was not a pineapple, just a pride thing.
A gay pride thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that let them know that she enjoyed trimming?
What was she like,
Right. So
bedazzled with, like,
one of the girls
rainbow
asked
flag?
her if she was pride. That's kind of like the thing, right? And then it sparked conversation, and then by the end of it, everyone's finding out that me and Mrs. DDG licked on the same tacos.
Doug, what's the Federal Communications position on that?
TSA pre-check point.
Get Zamboni in there to break it up.
So one of those girls was a lesbian, but she was not attractive, so I was not into that.
Okay.
And her friend was not a lesbian, and the reason why she was on the line is because after the day they found out, and they all knew we were going to go out, she came and figured out my username to slip in my DMs so we could all meet up later.
Wow.
So that started the line was casted.
Don't laugh at your own material, sir.
Steven Strasburg.
Sorry, Doug.
Ask for his credit card info and a spam
It didn't
email
work
message.
out.
Let's go
However, we did come
fishing.
home, and we've got a little friends with benefits situation going on, and our friends with benefits was in town. So the day we came home, we got to extend our vacation one more day.
The Kansas City girl?
Mm-hmm.
Doug. This Doug's glue guzzler has it all figured out, I think.
The more I hear that baseball
one thing,
announcer, the more I love
I gotta
him.
go.
Okay, sorry to bother you.
No, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to bother him.
Tinkled him. Doug, is Mr. Licks on? I know he has statements to make.
Thank goodness he's not. I think
so
we're
many
good.
people wanting to make statements over the weekend.
A real press conference Monday is broken out.
It is happening. We're in the Michelob Ultra studios. Michelob Ultra, let me take a look at this sign in the studios. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. Michelob Ultra, the sponsor of our studios here, and also the Fan Page Club Championship. Iggy, any matches played over the weekend?
I haven't seen any scorecards.
You haven't seen any scorecards, though, since May 1st.
Well, I did. Sean actually sent them to me later on. So I got them all after everybody told us what they did, but then I got the scorecards so I can put the correct scores down. But I don't think so. They got a couple weeks left.
Doug, what match of the four are you looking forward to most?
I'm not looking forward to any of them. I don't know any of the matchups at this point, and I know for sure none of the media will cover them.
Guiana and Peg is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, you've played Fred Friedman. I don't know him. I've played with Chris Heck, and I know his distance. Boy, can you imagine an Ant Peg versus Chris Heck? That's a bomb fest.
Yeah, and I think
if that were to happen,
I think Friedman and Heck are, I think, both like 2-something. So that'll be a straight up
this
match.
Friedman thing, which Chris Raby's launched a full investigation into. I mean, I just don't understand how a 1 or 2 handicap can shoot an 85 from the white tees at Gateway, but yet here he is in the Elite Eight.
Is it El Ocho Magnifico?
El Ocho Magnifico.
Maybe he threw the match against me.
You think he threw it?
He
Sandbagger.
didn't want me to lose, so maybe he just threw the match. I don't know what to tell you. But that whole side of the bracket is ball strikers bracket.
You got bounced out real early and real nice like.
Well, I did. I gave some holes away and just said that was a nice guy.
Who did you play? Oh, Cooper.
Mark Cooper.
Yeah, the rules didn't pertain. I just said, don't worry about it. Okay. You've been looking for more than 5 minutes, but now you found it. Go ahead and hit it.
We have a dispute.
No, it's not. That's me. That's
You don't
me.
know
I'm
match
not gonna,
play.
No, that's me. I'm not going to win a match like that. You found it. Go ahead, hit it. It's fine. It's been more than 3 minutes, but I'm not going to call you on it.
The other side of the ball is half burnt? Yeah, that's definitely yours.
Doug, did you see the video of Iggy getting work in with Skip Berkmeyer yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my. I mean, he is working on what I would describe as a firm putting stroke. and also his chipping looks phenomenal as we get ready for this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's activity. The schedule is out, and we are locked in. And, Iggy, I feel like you are peaking at the right time.
Well, I just, again, no nerves.
What's the show doing that week? Are we still going? Is it me and Doug and Jay?
Tommy and I were discussing that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
No, I don't give a damn. We can talk about anything. Talking about it on Friday, and Jackson, we discussed it, and you think the best move would be the best of?
Probably.
I just don't want to set a precedent that when I go on vacation that we just do best of.
You have two people. The thing
I'm
with
out,
that
too.
is
But it was me and Iggy, both. So, but I haven't taken a vacation day yet this year, and I'm gonna go on vacation. I think in July. It's the plan. So
I haven't taken one either. But we have one makeup day. I think we worked Martin Luther King Day.
Well, Martin Luther King Day, and then we have a holiday from the doing 6 shows in the week of the Dotem.
Yeah.
So we got one there too. Banked holiday, I guess. Is what it's
In our pocket, yeah.
So anyway, anyway, we'll figure.
What time we play Thursday?
Doug, what time do we play on Thursday?
I haven't the foggiest notion.
You should know the helicopters are going to be out.
Well, the helicopters,
I believe
been told to stand
12:50.
down.
And that's going to be tough to get our round in before 4:30. But that's the Beat 60. And then the tournament starts on Friday morning. And, Doug, you're going to be out there 8 o'clock?
Won't be out there.
Okay, I got bad information here.
If you see me out there, it'll be because I'm trying to sell those NASCAR-type racing suits where you can actually pump the air conditioning into the suit because you're going to need it.
Why do we have to be done by 4:30?
It's going to be like 103 degrees today, isn't it?
The par 3
Par
tournament
3?
starts at 4:30.
No, they can hold it off till we're done.
Well, if we do a best of, me and Doug can actually go cover that Friday morning.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be your lensman.
Will you really? All right.
So you
I
have
wouldn't
to
even know
awkwardly
where
hold
to
up your
begin to
phone.
cover such an.
Wait,
I don't think it's going to get covered. I just don't.
get the big boppers in there, and that's who you interview.
We're playing the club president in the first match.
Are you?
Yeah.
So everything will be tilted in his favor, no doubt.
No, I'm going to have to hit some bad shots on purpose.
So now you're throwing the match?
No, I'd hate to play really well for 6 holes and the club president's walking around telling everybody I'm a sandbagger.
Uh-oh.
No.
Here we go.
You
I
can't
won't say
win,
that.
can you? One way or the other.
I know what my handicap is. I'm just
And
working.
here he is, having the time of his life.
So you think if you beat the
that's why I
club
was-
president, he's going to, the next meeting that he calls, one of the top things on the agenda is to let everyone know that you're a sandbagger.
I don't know. But that's why I'm working on my short game with Skip.
Watch him now on the screen.
We just
You can
worked
see
on
it
a
on
few
the
things.
Instagram feed, TMA_STL, and I thought it looked good, Iggy.
Yeah, just had me, hands higher, had my sternum more.
Did you notice Iggy's sternum in the video?
No, I didn't.
Sternum a little in front of the ball and about 80% of my weight on the left side. And then just kind of straight back and not a huge follow through. I was bringing it way up like this, Doug, for the people on YouTube.
Yep.
I would hit the chips and I'd way up here.
It's way up.
No, just hit it and you want to stop right there.
That ball trundling.
Yeah.
I liked your putt. After the first putt, you drained, by the way, and it was a perfect stroke.
Yeah, I wish that second one had been out of there.
Was Skip videoing right? Okay, because the
He
second
was right
one,
down the line.
if you watch the second one, you miss it, and as Skip's putting the phone down, you can hear a slight sigh, and Skip's like,
Oh, see, that was probably Iggy's
I
nerve.
didn't,
No, that was just.
I didn't know if you were disappointed with that stroke, and he cut the video immediately, so I was wondering what happened.
Oh,
No, it's probably me breathing into the
Okay.
microphone.
Tervis Parrish says nervous leather was violently shaking on that Instagram story. That's from Tervis Parrish.
That first putt was
Well, I didn't
legit.
do it for Instagram, so I don't know what the nerves would be about.
Mr. Licks is texting in. He's been on hold for 5 minutes, Doug. What do we care?
Another hour will be great.
Yeah, well, we didn't book you.
So you feel better about things now after that session with Skip?
I
Doug,
do.
11 times St. Louis Metropolitan Player of the Year. Skip
Oh, really?
Barkmeyer.
11 times.
Just like my putting is improved after Skip worked with me for about an hour on the putting green. And we just went out there. I called ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Skip mentioned this, probably not. But I called ahead of time to see what their last tee time was. And he said, I think we got somebody going out at 5 o'clock. Other than that, nothing. I said, 'cause Skip and I are going to come out. I just want to kind of maybe go to one and drop some balls 100 yards out and work our way in. He goes, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So we got out there, and I said, is there anybody on the first tee? He goes, no, there's a group that should be on the green by now, but, Fish may be out there messing around, but
Fish.
You're good.
Rob Fisher, Dr. Football.
Oh.
He said, you're good. So we get in a cart, and there's nobody in the fairway. So we go to about 100 yards, and there's 4 guys on the green. So we just wait till they're done. And then I start hitting a couple pitching wedge from about 100 yards
Well,
out.
sure you did.
And all of a sudden, some guy starts yelling.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Who are you?
He's way over in like the 18th fairway, playing 1.
Who is this guy?
And I said, and Skip was very nice. Skip goes, sorry, we didn't know there was anybody in the hole. Come on up. And he's still yelling.
Oh.
Skip said, we're sorry, we didn't see you out there. I said, he better shut up because you're being nice, but I'm not going to pretty soon.
Oh, no. You don't want to draw your ire.
Here we go.
Not a man of your stature.
So he
Not to
hits,
be
he
messed
just
with.
shanks one across the fairway into the rough. And then he stops and looks at us. What are you doing? Skip said, we're very sorry. We didn't know you were over there. They told us the fairway was open, so we just came out here to practice. That's what the range is for.
Oh.
I said, hit your damn ball.
Now he's gone too far.
You said that with a straight face.
So he hits his ball, shanks one over the green.
Who was this guy?
Goes and gets his ball. We figure he's going to 2. He gets in his car, comes back and drives right up to us. Didn't you see me? I said, oh, my God, man. Are you listening to him? We didn't know you were there. I said, why don't you go play 2 or just leave? We're not harming you.
Go, get.
And then Skip's being nice. And Skip says, sir, we really are sorry. We didn't know you were there. We're just practicing. We'll go to the range. I've been here for 40 years. I said, I don't care. I've been here for 10 minutes. I'm hitting balls. I don't care what you do.
That's right.
Hey, we're gonna have. It's gonna be a short show today, folks. If we keep up with these calls.
Threatening to stop the broadcast.
Oh, he's just yelling. He kept yelling. He's going.
How did it end? This was a guy who had paid to play.
He got out of his car and said, what did you say? I said, I've been here 10 minutes. I'm going to hit balls regardless, and you better get back in your cart.
Because you would have whooped him.
No, I don't hit people.
Shut it down. Well, what would you have done with this threat?
Well, if you come after me, I'd hit him.
Big guy? Is a big dealer?
Old. Like me. So anyway, I said, why don't you go to 2 or just get out of our way? We're going to play. So he gets in his car and drives back up. So we go up to the green and we're chipping. Here he comes again. He's coming back up 1. I said, well, let's just go over here to 2. I mean, not 2. There's nobody on 8. 8 is right behind. Nobody's playing 8. We'll just go chip at 8. So we take our balls. We're chipping at 8. He's playing by himself. He went back and played hole 1 again just to get in our face. So he drives by and goes, I'm going to be over there next. I said, well, cut across. Go where you want. I said, I'm going to stand here and chip. I don't care where you play.
And poor Skip, he didn't know there was going to be a fight at St. Charles.
Skip is nice as can be. And I said, you're being nice. I said, I can't anymore. We tried to be nice. If he just said, sorry, guys, I didn't know you were out here. Let me to play through. We apologized. And he said, that's no problem.
There's one thing I don't understand. You said you were on number 1 chipping, and he was on 18.
No, his drive on 1 went into 18. That's why we didn't see
Dougie pushed it to the right.
That's why we didn't see him.
In front of you or behind you?
We didn't see him.
But when he started, was he in front of you or behind you?
Yeah, in front of us.
So
but
he hadn't finished. He was playing
well,
with
how
that
could we
other
see
group.
him? He was in 18.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm going to start getting mad at you.
Was he with that other group that
He was by himself.
Okay.
And then he didn't get.
So he thought you were trying
to
play through or something.
I don't know what he thought. But we didn't see him at 18. I see somebody in a fairway at 18. He's playing 18. And I didn't even see him over there.
Not at Norman.
All we know is he's up in the fairway yelling at us from the trees.
So didn't you just step back, let him finish the first
We
hole?
did.
And that was that?
We did, and he wouldn't stop.
He kept coming back
Skip
after
even
you.
said, sorry, we didn't see you over there. He says, we apologize. And he starts screaming again. He hit his ball and came over and screamed again. I said, get in your cart. Either play this hole or get out of the way.
Doug, this is laying the foundation for a weekend of fights in Kirkwood.
Boy, I get
Then
it.
he's hitting. Then he goes over and hits his ball, and he comes back over again. You get a lot of friends, don't you? Can't you find another threesome
That's
to play
what
with?
you told him?
Well, I wasn't taking his
This
guff
guy
anymore.
just
Jesus.
got dragged to the mud.
But then the guy in the pro shop that I don't know, he's one of the guys I don't know, came out and said, yeah, he's a regular out here. I said, that's fine. I said, we tried to be nice to him. Skip couldn't be nicer to the guy, and he kept yelling. I said, no reason to yell. He says, well, if you see him, just kind of. I said, we got out of his way. I said, to be honest, you told us there's nobody on the tee, so we went
It was
play.
his fault.
No, I just said, this is the reason we were out there, because you said nobody was playing.
No.
He said, well, he's a member out here. A member? I said, whatever. I don't want to get you in trouble with this guy, but
who had the first
tell him to
kid?
shut his mouth. And I think he took a shot at me. He goes, well, he does pay the bills, meaning I don't pay. So.
If these two olds would have scrapped in the fairway, it would have looked like De Niro and the Irishman. Doug, that's from 2020 fan page club champion Ant Peg.
That was a rough
Stop
scene.
on him.
Kicking like a 90-year-old man.
Guys, could you please just pull the audio from moments ago? Was he in front of you or behind you? And Iggy saying, yeah.
No, I said he was in front of us, but there's no way we could have known he was in front of us because he was in 18 fairway.
Uncle C wants to know what the chances are that this story is completely made up.
Well, Skip can text in if you like.
I think Skip probably wants to distance himself from it.
I imagine Skip's face.
No, I gave Skip credit. Skip was very nice. Even after I got a little banty, he was still very nice.
Mr. Licks is on the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines.
Yeah, he's off.
He's gone. All right.
Okay.
He's had enough.
He said he had multiple statements to make.
He couldn't wait like 3 minutes, so he left.
Well, all right. We'll close out our Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour right here. And on the other side of the break, an announcement, Doug, of an upcoming event for TMA and TMA listeners that I think people will be pretty fired up about.
Oh, okay.
We will have that for you coming up in a matter of moments. You are listening to The Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, the potted plant from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
I before E, except after C.
What is it, I before E, except after Y?
Nutted it. Absolutely nutted it.
Treat others how you would like to be treated.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Salt and smoke.
Okay. This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
I know that most of the listeners on the Morning After are very wealthy individuals who don't worry about a mortgage, Ryan Kelly. But some people do, and you're telling me that you don't even have to have any money down to be able to buy a home now.
That's right. At thehomeloanexpert.com, you can buy a house with 0 money down, like legit. And right now is a perfect time to go out and be looking at those homes. So if you think you need these big down payments, you don't. Well, maybe if you're going to the bank. Get pre-approved to buy the home of your dreams today by visiting thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
The Fan Page Club Championship at Gateway National Golf Course, presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it, is officially underway. A bunch of guys went out in the heavy wind conditions and complained about the rules. People got eliminated. You can't even come out and see the tournament, but you can follow it on social media. Check out TMA STL on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all the updates and videos of guys making like triple bogeys to win the hole. Pretty dumb stuff. Brought to you by The Morning After and Michelob Ultra.
You can get an insurance quote anywhere. Ask yourself, what is my provider doing for me? Do I have to hit prompts? Do I have to deal with chatbots? Am I put on hold? Is it always a different person? Are they local? Are they proactive in the community? Do they represent the #1 provider of auto and home insurance in the U.S.? The James Carlton State Farm team is comprised of individuals right here in your neighborhood. We are out supporting our Blues, Cardinals, Bills, and Tigers. Do something new in 22 and kick the out-of-town companies to the curb. Give us a call or go online to carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Well, they were playing this yesterday at Busch Stadium following a disappointing loss to the Reds.
Yeah. Ninth inning comeback fell just short.
Just short, sir. Welcome back, Ryan Kelly Morning After. Michelob Ultra Studios, appliance discounters, 8 o'clock hour.
Yepes slugged a four-bagger.
What's that?
Yepes slugged a four-bagger. There in the
that term, four-bagger.
Yeah.
Tim McCurdy and Doug Vaughn, Plowhawk, Action Jackson. He was only going to do an hour today. He's going to go work on a short game now, and also his ball striking.
He's beating that old dude at the Cream Core Starbucks.
Yeah, he's going to beat his ass.
We deep teased this, that we would have a wonderful announcement for our audience at the top of our 8 o'clock hour. And we have it right here. Doug,
what?
Glorious.
Okay, what are you going?
The Morning After brings you the first ever TMA Trivia Night on July 23rd, live from St. Gabriel's. That's right, Doug. July 23rd, live from St. Gabriel's.
From St.
We will
Gabe's?
well, yeah, where else do you...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like a great
TMA Trivia Night. It is going to be a feast. Your tickets will go on sale, so we want you to know, because there aren't going to be a lot of tables. You're going to have another dotem situation here.
No.
Tickets are going on sale a week from today at 8 a.m. The tickets are going to include a hell of a lot. But I'll start right here with Salt and Smoke, all your food. So if you want to walrus it up, Jack. It is going to be a feast.
Loaded up.
Loaded up.
All right.
And I believe even more to come, but just kind of setting the date aside. TMA Trivia Night at St. Gabriel's on July 23rd. And those lucky enough to get a ticket will be able to see the banners and see where it is that I really I think I changed the NBA with how many threes I hit in the 1980s, and then Larry Bird started doing it. So that's what's going to be an opportunity for people to see the hardwood at St. Gabriel's and all those banners and what that's going to be like to be in the presence of.
How many of the banners were won legitimately? Is there a percentage?
You're up hard right now.
All of them? None of them?
A slander suit.
Okay.
Very serious slander suit.
Tweeting out the graphic right now for the trivia night.
How do you do?
Can Fungo be there, please?
How do you do? I would imagine Fungo will be there. I would imagine Cal Kennedy would be there.
Oh, good.
I remember when we had this meeting to talk about it, Iggy asked if we were having a team, and I felt like that might have been an advantage that we would have.
No, we would have lost, and it would have been really embarrassing.
Our charity partner for this event, Friends of Kids with Cancer, a charity we have worked with for a decade now. First time we did a toy drop at Friends of Kids with Cancer.
Oh, yeah.
I remember going there with Ryan Kelly, as a matter of fact, in December of 2012. So our charity partner for this event is Friends of Kids with Cancer, and tickets will include food from Salt and Smoke, and I believe when we go on sale next Monday, it will include even more. But just wanted to give people a heads up that on July 23rd, that's a Saturday night, tables of 8 will go on sale. Monday, June 20th, and be ready in case they sell out in 3 minutes, just like the Dotem did. So I don't know how many tables are going to go on sale. I don't know how many we can fit in there. That gym holds 23,000 fans for the 7th grade tournament.
Well, they've needed every bit of it. A lot of standing. I think the fire marshal has said to, limit the amount of people that can come in after they get to 23 grand.
So says it's July 23rd. It's a Saturday night, and it is going to be a Pony TMA trivia night. Jackson, how are we going to go about getting all of these questions? Is Buck Swope just going to get it?
Plowsy and I will start on it. I mean, I got probably probably 50 or 60 saved up just from TMA Lives and scrapped trivia contest alone.
All the questions are going to be about the TMA?
That's right. Or TMA adjacent, stuff we've talked about.
This isn't like in 1941, the Cardinals.
Right. No, there will be none of that. We would have no biology questions or anything
TMA
like that.
Trivia questions.
Jim Bottomley? Was that the answer?
It was. The actual answer was Jim Bottomley.
It was Jim Bottomley, which
How
is
long
actually a
is my
text
nipple
name. So
hair?
there we go.
How many women have Iggy Bang?
But there has to be an
Some of
exact answer. The nipple hair is going to grow and then get trimmed and fall out. There's not an exact answer on the nipple hair.
Well, it's been a 6-inch nipple hair for a while, though.
It's
not like a fingernail.
Well, I can tell you from having emceed some of these, if the answers aren't absolutely spot on, you'll have a riot on your hands.
Nice.
I hope.
Well, you don't want a riot. People get very upset.
I think it'd be kind of good show fodder for somebody to really get angry about a round of trivia.
Well, they do. They do. I got charged once at the dais. Guy ran up and charged me. Security had to get him because I read the answer. He didn't think it was right.
Yeah, I did their very first Megan Meyer Foundation one. I emceed it, and I had to quit. I was just having fun. I told people, I said, first I gave like a minute and a half, and I started reading the other one. We're not done. So how much time do you need? And then I said, table 6, put your phone down.
Yeah.
And they're screaming at me. I said, this is the last one I'm doing.
Yeah, that's it. They lost you.
What do you think? 2 minutes a question, that 20 minutes a round. That's right?
2 minutes
is a long time?
Plenty of time.
Maybe too long? Yeah.
Those terms have not been officially determined.
You can kind of gauge the room, how everyone's doing, whether it's time to move on or not.
Well, you can't look at your phone for this, which is a great thing about this particular
Yes,
trivia.
that's the thing.
Not like
Right,
you can just
exactly.
Google,
I mean, either you know it or you don't, Doug.
Right.
I mean, maybe producer Joe can come up with some questions from the early years.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
And we'll have some audio visual.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Will we do Who Said
Jackson
It?
goes, oh, no.
How do you know? You just made that up.
Well, we have 100 questions we're going to have to get through, so there'll be different categories, I would think. This category pertains to callers.
Got to be a cuck category, too.
Things like
I
that.
would think so. Well,
what do you sit behind when you're getting cucked?
Is it possible even to define cuckold? The answer there clearly, no.
So me, Plowsy, and Jackson will sit down and come up with categories, and we'll just say, okay, Swope, this is what we need.
I don't think 100 is that ridiculous either.
You're going to sit down and say, okay, Swope, go ahead and do it now. That's how it's working.
I don't think 100 is that out of the realm
The
either.
response to that was a grizzled murmur.
He doesn't care.
We'll figure it out. We got a couple months.
Well,
July
you don't.
23rd.
You got about 5 weeks.
That's almost a couple months.
Well,
I've already came up with 4 very solid questions. 96 to go.
96 to go.
Let's roll.
it's
Well,
all
well,
on
well.
Swope, though.
Oh, he got 90 of them.
I don't know what he's
We gotta
waiting
come
for.
up with the other
We had hoped to have the questions in by now.
Not worried about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Glorious evening on the South Side. Is what it's going to be.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
A lot of questions coming in on the trivia night. Let's see. Put PP Corp down as a round sponsor, please. Juan from PP Corp.
Oh.
This guy.
He is everywhere. Larry Thornton says 2 categories should be Iggy's lies and then Iggy's misremembering. That's from Larry Thornton. Tim, is there an orgy to follow the trivia? That's from Mr. Fong, owner of Biff's Dildo Shop.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Guys, can't wait for the inevitable is this a cuck category? And no one will know the real answer. That's from Uncle Cucker.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, will we be able to use the bathroom at your parents' house for this event? Yeah, I would say it's only about a quarter of a mile away
Roderick
from
will.
the gymnasium.
Yeah.
Roderick.
I think it would be fun to just have porta potties, even though St. Gabe probably has nice facilities.
Yeah.
We make the patrons
go outside.
Nate in Tallahassee's not happy again. So I'm homesick and listening to the full show for the first time. And I have to say there's no way you're giving Iggy enough time for a smoke break, seeing as how he's essentially you may want to see if you can extend the break and keep your number one star happy. That's from Nate, and he's in Tallahassee.
Well, I'm not unhappy when they come back and they're already on the air.
Doug, we got a rare situation where listeners want a longer commercial break. It just doesn't matter what the show does.
I'm with them there.
I was listening to a radio station yesterday in the car, music station. They took a break, and I mean to tell you, it must have lasted 15 minutes worth of commercials. I was dumbfounded.
Yeah, but our commercials are pretty much done during the show.
Yeah, which is much better, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just saying, compared to the old place where I walked out a door, I was 10 feet away from another door, I smoked, and I walked back in. Here I have to go through double doors.
Or just not smoke.
I have to take my...
There's that option.
I have to take my fob card out of my wallet,
That takes a long time.
Then I have to go down a flight of steps. Then I have to come up a flight of steps.
What about the option of simply not smoking?
Yeah, well...
You take your fob out of your wallet?
No, I keep it. I have to take my wallet out. But the fact is, it's like a 3-minute break.
Yeah.
And I have to go to the bathroom usually and stop for coffee. And then if I see somebody in the hallway, a little chat.
Who'd you see this time?
Nobody.
Yep.
I just had to get coffee, though.
Well, I'm at the mercy of Ron John Jeans, so like I don't want to I don't want to add any more spots that aren't needed. So we've come across this. I think 3.5, 4 minutes.
Ron John, surf shop.
No, I'm just making up that guy's name. So I think 4 minutes is about perfect. I think.
I think.
Because you can't do it like 8 or 10. We did like 8 or 9 minutes at the old place for a while there.
Guys, the walrus fats will destroy the plumbing at St. Gabriel's. You need to charge an additional $100 per head to cover the cost of snaking drains of compacted chocolate eels. That's from Danny Tanner.
Boy, there will be, man. Imagine after the third round, they've had some salt and smoke.
No one's going to do that.
There's a whole table not even back yet. They're all in the bathroom.
No, they shouldn't be. You ought to be able to make it through.
Should we get a pickup game going before the trivia night?
Oh, yeah, get the juices flowing.
Well, there'll probably be tables out there on the floor.
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes it more challenging. Because otherwise I know that floor like the back of my head.
Who do you think the best player that ever played there would be?
Me, but I guess secondarily, I think there have been a couple of guys who've played at St. Gabriel's who've actually made their freshman high school team.
I think Jason Tatum.
I just wonder if
any cut from St. Gabe's.
If any grade
So
school
they transferred to
played,
Chaminade.
maybe a grade schooler from a decent school would have played at St. Gabe's and then gone on to have a big career.
What are you trying to say?
Like maybe someone from St. Catherine's or
St. Kitty's.
St. Kitty's or St. Peter's went there.
I would think at some point I had to play at St. Gabe's. I mean,
So you would have been the best player.
I mean, I played in the CYC league for, 7 years?
And that's usually the very highest level of basketball.
No, it's just Catholic schools, so St. Gabe's would have been in there.
Wasn't David Lee pissed because Tim was starting at power forward?
That's correct.
Over him?
That's correct.
He was like 6'8", and you were 4'8". Somehow your dad was the coach. Thought you were a better player.
The power forward position is more agile now than size.
Right. The skill game.
Monsignor Grundle wants to know if St. Gabriel's has showers. He's in the YouTube chat asking that question.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't recall it when I was there.
I don't think they require the third graders to shower after PE class.
We may put a little misting pool outside for you.
Oh, misting.
Oh, there'd be plenty of brine misting.
Oh. So again, for those of you interested, the tickets will go on sale a week from today at 8 a.m. I believe that it's 25 tables of 8 going on sale at 8 a.m.
25 tables of 8 apiece.
Yes, and so I think it's going to be a hell of a good time. I'm really looking forward to this.
Now, normally when you do one of these trivia things, people bring their own food. Is that okay? Or
I'm sure you can, but you're going to have salt and smoke there for free.
You won't need to.
Well, I mean, it's part of the ticket.
Right.
And again, portions of the proceeds go into Friends of Kids with Cancer.
I think Jesse said it was fine to bring your own drink. I know that happens regularly in terms of trivia nights as well. But again, logistics.
But I believe that is being worked on to be included in as well. But like I said, we'll have more details as the tickets go on sale. Like I said, a week from now. But just letting people know, because it's about a month away, that if you are interested in this, be ready at 8 a.m. next Monday, as 25 tickets for tables of 8 will be going on sale, and I have a feeling that it will include, well, I know it's including salt and smoke, so it's going to include your dinner and a feast, for that matter, much less potentially even more. So anyway, there we have that. Also, throughout the course of the morning, friend of the show, Michael Wellington, has been sending me texts from the U.S. Open, where he is caddying for Chris Nagel, Wellington, chairman of Birdies for Bipolar, and he is wearing the TMA hat out on the golf course, the country club at Brookline. I don't know if tee times probably haven't been announced yet, but I see Nagel is 6,300 on DraftKings. So, again, I don't know if you'll be putting him on your roster. In exchange for Wellington wearing the TMA cap this week at the U.S. Open, what we want to do is raise money for the charity that he created and their specific effort right now, which is a golf simulator for the Arlington Greens Veterans Golf Association. On the Birdies for Bipolar website, it says that 22 veterans take their life every day in the United States. 22. And one of the reasons is seasonal winter depression. And that's one of the main catalysts. So the Arlington Greens Veterans Golf Association has thrived in the spring, summer, and fall, and now they will be able to thrive during the winter months. Birdies for Bipolar will create an indoor golf simulator space to help Gateway veterans handle seasonal depression by using golf as recreational therapy. Our goal is to raise $5,000. I created the GoFundMe about an hour and 10 minutes ago, and we are already at $1,640. Let's see if we can get to that $5,000 goal this week. It is at GoFundMe. I have posted it on the fan page. The TMA STL account has tweeted it out. Spread the word. I put it on my personal Facebook page. And let's see if we can raise $5,000 for Birdies for Bipolar and to help mental health and our veterans here in the St. Louis area. So there it is. There is what we have going on, Doug. It's all there.
But that'll be a fun night. Be a fun thing to do for a lot of people. Yeah, you don't have to look at the banners. You don't have to be fooled by those. You can just come with a clear head and hopefully a good memory and have some fun. And don't eat too much. Come on. I know there's going to be food there, but you don't need to. Everyone doesn't need to say, load it up.
Yeah, the load it up guy kicked him out. The Veiled Prophet asks, will you be providing security for the food at this event so the douche canoe thieves don't show up again?
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh.
I would imagine there are cameras all over St. Gabriel's just to capture the
we'll catch you this
fundamental offensive plays that have led to so many championships.
I would be looking for the guys that stole the pizzas. They may still have the boxes in their possession.
I would put magnetic tags like a retail shop do for clothes. So when they walk out,
on each piece of brisket,
on each piece of brisket. Mm-hmm. So there won't be any thievery.
Okay,
guys, what's the over/under on how many Crave cases will be brought in from the Fats at your trivia night at St. Gabriel's? That's from former fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette.
There's some fans in there.
I was at a party recently where it was Salt and Smoke and White Castle.
Oh, how do you do, Doug?
It was great.
I can't wait to see all the dickweed Walry taking chafing dishes full of brisket out to their car. That's from the Concord Caulk.
Those are hot. That would be impressive.
Now, we did this a week early because it's tables of 8. And most of our listeners probably don't have 7 friends.
So, doing a live read?
So it gives you a week. It gives you a week to kind of line up your tables ahead of time so you don't get on there on the fan page. Hey, I got a table. I only got 2 people. I need 6 more. So you don't have to do that. You have a week to kind of network on your own and say, do you want to play with me? Then when you sign up your table, you already have your 8. Just a word of advice.
Doug, there you go.
Okay. Well, there'll be a lot of people that won't have exactly 7 other people ready to go. So you'll have to piece tables
I couldn't
together.
find 7. I don't have 7 friends. But I don't have to play.
I just went to my Twitter feed and I see the plow tweeted out. First trivia question. Am I hard?
Get the listeners.
With the picture of Anthony Gargano.
The listeners know what they're getting into. And so you wanted to lay a nice base.
Our boy Anthony Gargano got into that new Adam Sandler movie. He's got a little.
I'm going to watch that today.
He got a little cameo in there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I was like, that's Plowsy's Twitter avatar.
There he is.
He's the announcer.
They do like for whatever reason, he's hosting a music station in Philly when Sandler's driving around and drops something about Robert Duvall or something. I can't remember.
Okay. I like the announcing.
I'm excited for trivia. Especially usually at the golf tournament we would be on a specific hole. Maybe me and Iggy are in these little bird cages above, how really
dancing?
Fancy.
Cage dancers?
Go-go dancers?
Yeah.
I think that would be a fun.
No, I don't think so.
I will.
You guys are going to be in cages?
Wouldn't that be like how go-go dancers have really nice VIP areas?
That'd be awkward.
Really
I'll be
nice
honest with you.
Oh, just no seats, just
a kissing booth.
Doug, you would have a kissing booth.
Iggy's kissing booth.
Well, COVID is still kind of a thing. What are you gonna have to show like a vaccine booster card?
No, I didn't say I was kissing anybody.
Oh, okay.
It's the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour, your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE. Doug, could you tell the people about Bertarelli Cutlery?
Well, Bertarelli Cutlery is our longest-running sponsor.
2007.
I believe that's right, yes, and they are on the Mount Rushmore of sponsors. Still, family-owned and operated business down on the hill. They've been there a long, long time because they do great work. At Bertarelli Cutlery, business in the front, party in the back. You can swing down to the hill. Check out the showroom in the front with all the best kitchen knives available. They have cutlery sharpened within 12 hours and daily local deliveries. And they can also sell you some fabulous knives right there in the retail portion of the store. They've got the Wusthof Performance line of knives. Oh, and also you can get Dad an Infidel knife by Benchmade for Father's Day. Be a great gift. And then as you head in the back, that's where the real party begins, where they will sharpen your kitchen knives as well as knives for the most wonderful St. Louis restaurants. Have them slicing like the Dickens. So let the party begin with Bertarelli Cutlery. Check them out at 1927 Marconi Avenue. Give them a call. I'll give that number now.
Do it.
314-664-4005. Or visit them online at bertarellico.com. They've also got some office supplies. They've got paper supplies that you could use for the office. They've got some of those take-home carriers. And they ship all over the country, of course. And also look out for the Chop Chop Cheeky girls. They were there at the Dotem, and they'll be there again at the Lemmings Open. When you see girls wearing the Chop Chop Cheeky, you know that means Bertarelli Cutlery. Walk in the store, say, hey, hello, Marco Bertarelli, Chop Chop Cheeky Cheeky. And they'll go, oh, okay, you're listening to the show. Step right on this way. Special treatment for you. That's Bertarelli Cutlery at bertarellico.com.
There it is, and there it is. Jackson, could you tell the people about Muggsy?
Oh, I'd be happy to, Tim. You know, with the weather coming up here, it's going to be up in the hundreds. You want a pair of shorts that's going to be comfortable and breathable, and Muggsy has exactly that. Their shorts are so comfortable. They let you breathe. Let's say you're going to a Cardinal game, and it's hot than hell out there. Want to talk about a 7-thing stretch? That's what Muggsy can do for you. After like the third or fourth helmet nacho, your shorts aren't going to be pressing into you. They'll never ride you inside like a hot-headed pitcher.
Did you just make that up?
Great.
They'll free your balls just like a seventh inning home run. This is what I'm talking about. They're ridiculously comfortable. They're breathable. It's so damn hot out, but this summer, you know what we're doing, Doug? We're saying rest in peace to Swamp Ass and rest in peace to Batwings. Because when you're wearing Muggsy, you don't have to worry. Rest in peace, Stan. Rest in peace, Swamp Ass. Because that's what Muggsy's got. They got a couple different inseam choices for you. I, of course, rock the 7-inch inseam. Sky's out, thighs out. But they got a 9-inch inseam for you if you're a little more traditional. They got everything, every color you need. I saw Plow Blue is wearing his today.
I'm wearing mine today.
Super fire.
They are hella good.
So you head to Muggsy.com. You use the promo code TMA for 10% off your order. They got pants. They got swim trunks. They got chinos. And, of course, the great shorts that are so breathable and comfortable in the summertime. So head to Muggsy.com, promo code TMA, 10% off.
Promo code, that's the
Have
promo
yourself a
code.
nice little fling, but after you shave your hairy Batwing.
I like it. I think it's naughty. Hey, it's going to be hotter than the fires of hell this week. Iggy, the ball's going to be flying. I think that's going to benefit you.
Yeah.
Taking a look at the forecast that I have, Iggy, you might have something different. 99 is a high today, Doug. 99 is a high tomorrow. 100 is a high on Wednesday, 97 is a high on Thursday, 93 is a high on Friday, 90 Saturday, 92 Sunday, 97 Monday, 101 next Tuesday, and 99 on Wednesday. Sweet mother of mercy, if your air conditioning isn't working,
You're
Jack,
in trouble.
you got big problems.
Yeah.
You go to designairservice.com.
No.
That's where you go.
Yeah.
And you click book now, and a service tech will be out there quick, fast, in a hurry with the best in the business, and that's Seth Goldcamp and his team at Design Air Heating and Cooling. It's that simple. It's going to be brutal if it happens. Go to designairservice.com, you click book now, and they specialize in the urgency of customer service in a situation like that. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Doug is a client. I am a client. We recommend you become a client as well online at designairservice.com, the official HVAC provider of TMA, Design Air Heating and Cooling. And while you're there, you should probably think about it.
That'd be a good thing to do.
At least
Boy,
it
no
cools
rain
off a
in sight
little
either.
bit. Yeah, it's nothing. Maybe a little overcast here and there, but
I wish we had some heads up about this
well, I
severe
think
weather
we just
coming.
told you right now how much
How's
heads
it
up you
dry?
want. We give you a week ahead.
Yeah, I had my heat on this morning. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
No,
Joe
at least
would've
it
liked
cools
some
off a little bit for our member guests, but
Well, I walked out this morning and I was already sweating. It was hot this morning.
Yeah, I got to get some work in, Doug. What time would you recommend that I go out and get work in?
Oh, about 3, 4 in the morning.
how do you like your new clubs?
I'm just not playing real well right now, Iggy. I'm just not playing real well. I think you're gonna have to carry us.
Oh,
I think you didn't miss a fair when we played Thursday.
Where'd you guys play?
Normandy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to work on the short game because the driving was just.
It was a real show.
It was actually scary because there's no way.
Oh, yeah, you're scary good. Scary
Like
good.
Roderick McRib, he's scary good.
There's no way I
Powerful man
carry
like
that.
yourself.
There's probably no way I carry that into next weekend. But I mean, it's just 18. I drove the green, which I never do.
Stripe show.
15 was driver 3-wood up toward the green. Just
And you're walking around threatening to kick the ass of elderly gentlemen playing the course as well.
No, I didn't threaten them. How is this a hijacking? We were talking about.
That one's ominous.
Jackson brought up that I hit fairways.
Yeah, yours.
That sounds like an air raid.
It's an old
It does, yeah.
sheriff's.
We gotta take cover.
But
That was
if I hit my drive at member guest like I did the other day, I mean, I think I'll play well.
It's tough not to when you put yourself, every hole's a par 3 basically.
And Iggy's getting a pop, dog. Iggy will always be popping. When I'm giving a pop, Iggy will always be popping.
Well, if his drives are so scary good, why does he get any pops?
Short game's a problem.
Yeah, that's why I was working on
Better
the skip.
be.
I got to work on that.
We're just out there to see you get bogeys and then net pars. That's all we're out there to do.
All right.
Is there a chance it's going to be so hot that they call this darn thing off because it's
Not a
dangerous?
chance in hell.
We played 105 last year. So.
Oh,
I think the real problem going to be when Iggy is ball striking, both off the tee, short game. They're going to be an issue with the members of sandbagging. Because if Iggy puts his game together, he can shoot the low 80s.
right now
and
his,
get your
his
team.
driving game is scary.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
not,
scary, Doug.
not to be. I'm not trying to offend anyone here, Iggs, but they'll see the drive and be like, well, and then they'll see a short game where you might blade one right across the green.
Yeah, they'll see those.
Jackson's getting in his head, dog.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I
that-
agree
Jackson's
with
mad he didn't get the invite.
No,
now.
Trust me,
he's
on this
sabotaged.
weekend, I am totally fine not playing in the.
Look,
in
if
the-
I'm an 18 for a
other.
17 for a reason. I'm not sandbagging. I'm just. I think I missed one fairway, and that was just off into the rough. And I shot
back to
90.
going
And I shot
around.
96.
Are we here
so
again?
I shot 96.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's the short game was probably 10 strokes.
and that's just nothing but nerves.
No, it's just no touch. So I'm working on things with Skip.
You guys got another session planned?
Probably not. These are things I can work on in the backyard.
Iggy can
Oh, is that
have
right?
a
You have a little-
backyard.
I didn't know you had a little putting green out there.
Well, you've seen the area out there.
You
Common
carved
area.
it.
Oh,
The pasture.
Yeah, Bermuda.
I just this
I think
Crabgrass.
Kentucky blue. I think it's Kentucky bluegrass.
Kentucky
that's grown
crabgrass.
About 50
Yeah.
feet.
You got to email the head of the apartment complex, see if you can put a putting green in.
Yeah, can I do that?
It's like you wanted to plant sunflowers out here.
Kentucky crabgrass, just like at Brookline.
Except I hit 6 balls and I got to navigate the dog poop that nobody picks up.
oh,
It's like St. Andrews.
But I can just work out there, and it's just like playing out of the rough. I would like to find some really tight lies, kind of like Zoysia, to play off of that. Zoysia's not really a
Did
tight
you say
lie, though.
Zoysia or Zoyza?
I say zoysia.
Zoysia is not really a tight lie. I mean, it can be a nice fluffy
You know,
lie.
it's not a grass, it's a weed.
Pardon me?
Zoysia is not a grass, it's a weed.
Well, that's
You having a
what,
treat, bro?
But holds
that's,
up
that's
well.
what
Get my
Westboro
many
is.
muffins
Holds up
ready.
well in the summer heat.
Yeah,
Figured
that
I'd open it up
thrives
with
on
a
heat.
Zoysia conversation.
That is what Westboro is, right?
Doug?
I don't know what it is.
You play out there.
For the love of God, please make him stop. I've never heard a 30 handicap discuss his game with this much confidence in my life. That's from Harrison's brother, Mass.
I have no confidence.
You confidence off the tee, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but then I can go out Thursday and just start spraying all over the place. I don't remember what I did last week to hit it so well.
Iggy and I have similar problems. Good off the tee, but struggle with the long irons, and short game is questionable.
Hey, guys, Iggy is going to be wilting like a leaf with his 4XL Nautica polo buttoned all the way up during his match with Tim. Will he also be allowed to wear his jeans? That's from Big Tough. You're not a jeans
I've
guy.
never seen Iggy wear jeans in my life.
No, I don't own a pair of jeans. The
You
only
don't
pair
have a single pair of blue jeans?
I have one pair. I don't wear them, though. I do have a pair now that I wore yesterday, the Muggsy jeans.
Yeah, those are chinos, but those are great pants.
I love those pants. They're so
Playoff
comfortable.
pants.
Yeah. Stretch like a seventh inning. Stretch.
Yeah. Probably won't
guys,
be
what was the result of the Mug and Ass Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown? Iggy had 4 players make the top 10, and all 6 made the cut?
Iggy,
Oh, you buried the
had
lead?
Iggy destroyed.
No, I would have had 6 make the cut, but Justin Rose didn't fit in there, so we took Justin Rose out and.
Well, yeah, you can't cheat.
Yeah, Henrik Norlander was so. He missed the cut. I texted Jackson. I said, "Damn, anybody but Norlander." Because at one point I had a 1.
Rose had 3 eagles yesterday.
I know. And I got to be honest with you, because as I was putting the roster into DraftKings,
Please be honest.
it tells you how much I have left over. And then I picked the last guy under, so I don't know. But anyway,
you were disqualified from our little event.
No, we put Norlander in there in place of Rose, and Norlander missed the cut. But I did have, I think, a 1st, a 5th, a 9th, a 9th.
But since you tried to cheat initially, you were disqualified.
No, I wasn't disqualified, so.
Yeah, you were disqualified.
No, a lot of times, Doug, you have one guy go over and you sit there and pick 20 names out of a box until you get what you want.
I don't have a choice.
Well,
I don't have a choice.
I didn't
can't
either.
see who
I didn't have the.
You did have a choice. You deliberately
Iggy had
picked
to have
people that
won
went
by
over.
100.
Yeah, I
least
kicked your ass, and I'm up like 4 now, I think. So
You went over
I'm
the
just
dollar
hoping I
amount.
cash because I only had 5 made the cut, but I had 4 guys in the top 10.
All right, so here's the situation. Iggy did both win and cash. He cashed $10. Anybody but Henrik Norlander, because he had Patrick Rogers, who was top 20, A. Long, who finished just outside the top 20, Keith Mitchell, who's top 7, Finau, of course, finished 2nd, Corey Connors finished 6th. Doug got worked.
Oh, dude. Doug
Oh, I had a hideous team because I can't see who I'm picking. fellas.
Doug had 5 of the 6 make the cut, but no one really of note. I guess Shane Lowry was T10.
How about old Mr. Smotherman?
Smotherman finished tied for 44th. Didn't really have a bad week, he just didn't go low enough.
Okay.
Simple as that.
So $10 for the kids?
Yeah, well, break even since the games cost $5 a piece.
Oh, gosh. And you get to choose who you pick.
Well, I won 10. How much you win?
We didn't win anything because it was a
Yeah.
break even.
I had to win just to break even because you suck.
I beat you 30 times without even looking at the players.
Lost more than you won.
Well, it's a major this
30
week, Doug, and I
times.
know you will have a wonderful week this week. Again, Chris Nagel, only 6,300 on DraftKings. So Tam Avenue Capital Partners will be allocating substantial dollars with Nagel rosters. That's for sure. Wellington just texted me and said we already have had our first free dotem. It happened on number 16. And I think a guy might have posted the video. Maybe he was the one who yelled free dotem on the TMA fan page. It looks like he's... I'm going to call this up, and I'll call it my computer audio. Oh, I don't know what I got going on. That's the YouTube right there. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
All right, Doug, here you go.
see it.
So we got, there's Nagel.
Okay.
This audio sounds the people through my computer. That's just him hitting a shot, no free dotem. Well, it's a lovely ball strike.
Yeah, it sounded
we
like
have
it's
some
a
of our
good hit.
listeners out there in the practice round.
Hell yeah.
Sounded crisp.
This would be a good one to go
hits
to.
The absolute.
Boston.
He hits a 4-iron 240. Sweet mother of mercy. 4-iron 240.
Well, it's the equipment.
Well, it's the talent.
Well, yeah.
What happened? And this is so off topic.
I think all of us could hit a 240 if we just
Oh, I
had a
can't
little
even
better
hit
clubs.
drive.
We
240.
can.
Yeah.
The average person can't. We can. We're hot guys.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Cute golfers of Instagram.
That's right.
Who's got the early rounds? ESPN or Golf Channel or
Doug?
I don't know.
Doesn't Fox have it?
I don't know.
No, Fox.
No, it's been gone for a few years.
That's no longer with us.
I mean, if it's the Golf Channel, I got friends at the Golf Channel. I could probably get them to hit one of the cameramen to get some TV time for Nagel.
Oh, you do? You think you can
You're gonna grease,
program
you're
the
gonna
network?
grease NBC
I
Sports.
can't believe what I just
Send your
heard.
emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com.
You have an in with who at PGA?
It's Peacock
No.
and NBC.
Oh, at Fox.
No, it's
Peacock.
Golf Channel.
One call from you, and they'll change the direction of their coverage.
Golf Channel doesn't have any of it.
They take it off
Here's
of the
Phil
top.
Mickelson receiving the ire from fans in Boston, but we're going to cut away. Here is amateur Chris Nagel from St. Louis.
Currently 3 under par.
How did the PGA?
Iggy, go to hell. Somebody really didn't like that suggestion.
Why? That we could get some
I don't know.
TV time
I don't
for
know what the
Nagel?
hell. He just really didn't like it.
Well, sorry. God forbid we could try to get some TV time for Chris.
You think you could get it through to the production truck and say, please shoot Chris Nagel?
I know a couple of producers at the Golf Channel. I could just throw it out
Waiting
there and
for
say,
your call.
hey, if you happen to be in the vicinity of Nagel, just say, and here's one of our qualifiers, Chris Nagel, who's currently even par.
You think they're accepting tips like that?
No, they're not, but it doesn't hurt to try. What's it going to cost me?
Well, it's nothing. And some embarrassment, I guess, when they slam the phone down.
It's going to be embarrassment. I know him. I forget I mentioned it.
Okay, well,
Good-
let's drop
good luck
it.
getting
Just drop it all right now.
NBC has it. Not Golf Channel has nothing with it.
Guys,
Golf
now that
Channel is
Riggs is
NBC.
gone, is Iggy going to go back to being a tough guy? You're so soft. That's from the 215.
Philadelphia.
Is that Philadelphia?
215?
It's a burner phone.
Any guesses?
That's right.
Philadelphia, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson, that's a burner.
Yeah, the Phillies and that Amarillo,
I guess this is a guy you've
Texas.
sniped, and I see that he's recently created an.
Oh, yeah.
Cricket
That's
Wireless.
a standard ABC poker play from the
Yeah.
Friends of the Feather.
We're not too big in the city of brotherly love.
Yeah, I don't know what a lot of people thought I was going to do. Just get in here and just start screaming at the guy. I mean, I'm professional, and we hashed out what I had a problem
Well,
with.
people love that segment. I can tell you that.
I'm now a lemming, and people think I'm backtracking.
You're
but
a Riggs Lemming.
he could have come in here and just said, "Well, you're an idiot. You know, we do what we want to do, and you old people." But he just said, "He goes, we are fanboys, you know." And I was nervous when I interviewed Tiger, and so he kind of just we're normal people. So I said, I get it now. So I wasn't backtracking. I liked the guy. I thought he was good. So
great.
say what you
I
want.
got
I
a
really
lot.
don't care.
That's
but-
probably the most feedback I've gotten on a segment in a long time. For real. People loved that.
We're
was
both
really good.
professionals. We talked it out, and I think we became
Well, I don't think
friends.
he really knew about it.
No, he didn't. I've said that all along. I said he wouldn't even know who I was.
So you didn't really need to cower in the corner.
Well, you were in the cuck suit. I was right there. And there was no cowering. I told him right off. I said, I just didn't get all the Kisner kiss-assing and then the walking with Tiger and butt slapping and, you know, walking down the fairway. And he talked and said what it was. And he said, we really are kind of fanboys. You know, we were out there. We're excited to be out there. And I said, no, I get it. You're not trying to be professional journalists. So I don't know what you want me to do. What do you want me to yell at the guy? I really never said I disliked him.
Had it, like that
I
old
never
guy
said
on
I
the golf
disliked
course.
him. I said he's probably a nice guy. I'm just talking about the fanboy stuff.
Oh.
So, anyways, hashed out. I think we're friends. I'm now a lemming.
Great segment with Riggs, but really great attempt at dapping him up, you boomer. Jesus, that's from Rigging.
It was a one-sided dap.
I
What does that
didn't
mean?
see the dap.
What does DAP mean?
Dap is when you would, instead of shaking the hand horizontally, you would put your hand vertically more so, kind of hold hands and then come in for a mini bro hug. That'd be a dap. Or you can do it without the bro hug.
Well, I did that. He didn't come in for me. I kind of.
Right. So.
Hence Ray King calling it a one-sided.
Oh, I didn't know what DAP meant, so
yeah.
I would agree with that then. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Just shake his hand. Hey, buddy. Or if he's the kind of a shoulder bumper, I don't know. So just
I should have shoulder bumped him.
Like run up to him like you just like had a poster dunk and shoulder bump him.
no, not a big hug, but you give the hand and then you kind of move in the shoulder to shoulder and say what up. I kind of did that, and he just kind of stepped away. So. Then I walked
Doug,
outside.
role play with me. I'll be Ken, and you be the Course at Westboro member guest, and I will spray all over you. That's from Dave in St. Peter.
Dave in St. Peter just got himself suspended a period of 2 days' time. His name is going to the STLTaxLawyer.com suspension logule, sponsored by the great Mark Milton. Any kind of tax problem you have, you call Mark Milton. You'll be saying, I'm not guilty, IRS. I'm with Milty.
You don't want to spray at Westboro.
Doug, it's a tight track. We are over $2,000.
Good.
For the TMA fundraiser for the Veterans Golf Simulator for Birdies for Bipolar. How about that? I put the thing up like an hour and a half ago, and we're already over $2,000. Tip of the cap to the listeners. Let's get this to $5,000. Let's do this. Michael Wellington wearing the TMA hat at the U.S. Open, and he didn't ask for anything in return, but I thought Birdies for Bipolar is so important to him. He started it, gained great traction, and I said, we can just donate. He said, I'd like it to go to the Veterans Golf Simulator for those guys at Arlington Greens. So go to GoFundMe.com and type in TMA fundraiser for Veterans Golf Simulator, or we have tweeted it out. It's on the TMA fan page. Michael Wellington wearing the TMA hat this week at the U.S. Open. James Carlton is my insurance agent. I'd like to recommend him to our audience. 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. James Carlton, 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net for the best customer service. You call there right now, and you are going to be talking to someone right there in Webster Groves, and they will take great care of you. They're always looking for ways to save you money, but then if you, for whatever reason, you have a payment coming up or you're a couple days late, they'll send you a text just to remind you. They're on top of it for you. It's the best. It makes a difference. Not every insurance agent or agency is the same. James Carlton is a major difference. It's James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800. Doug, via the TMA app.
Yeah.
And we're having App Madness this week. You download the TMA app and register, and you can win dinner with all of us on TMA at Olive and Oak.
What'd you say the code word was for that?
Banty, B-A-N-T-Y.
Right,
Banty. The Pearl is using the app and texting in. The backtracking on Friday was amazing. That's from The Pearl.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, I don't know what to say about that.
The Pearl.
There's no backtracking. I said what I had to say, and then he stated why they do what they do, and then I kind of understood it.
Tim, what did the balloon party text inbox think of the Riggs interview? Knowing most likely that it wouldn't be popular, I did what I advised Jackson to do quite often, but I see about 50% of the time he does it, which is I just didn't look at it. And then in a commercial break, Jackson said, "Oh, have you seen the text inbox?" I said, "Yeah, I passed on it." Jackson, so you can tell me what the balloon party text inbox said. In general, though, it's not a happy place most of the time across the board on the
right
in the text inbox.
Right. Definitely engaged. Describe it as engaged.
That's a good way to
yeah
spin cycle.
But anytime you're going to talk anything with any sort of socioeconomic or political aspects to it, you're going to get, some passionate and engaged text. But overall, I think people were into it, and I think it's a topic that is very big if you just look at it from like a business side.
I really am surprised, and that's why I asked, because I feel like I have I don't feel yet like I have a gauge for, well, I do know what that audience wants to talk about most of the time, and it's blues. But in general, beyond the blues, what the audience on 101 is engaged in, and I was surprised, and am surprised by how this topic is so popular right now. Because for me as a golf fan, it's tough for me to take myself out of it. It's like if Abigail Mack has a new scene and I'm talking to people about it at Thanksgiving and they look at me like, whoa, why are you talking about that? But I'm a big fan. So with golf, I'm a huge fan, but people beyond golf are not necessarily fans of the Live Golf Tour, but they are engaged by the topic. It seems like, and I guess maybe it's also coming at a time that, yeah, you have the NBA Finals, but they're taking 5 days off in between games.
Does seem like that.
The Avalanche haven't played in a week, and the Lightning just wrapped it up over the weekend, so there isn't a whole lot going on unless, you really are locked in on baseball nightly, and I'm sure some people are, but not everybody, certainly. And so this topic is getting a lot of attention because it is kind of WWE.
Yeah, it's at the top of ESPN, CBS, all the major sports networks' websites all have articles right at the top featuring about Live and PGA. So.
Well, it gives the non-golf fans a chance to get political. because you can throw politics into it if you like as well.
What is the where do the is there
Well, the
politics like
politics,
are conservatives on one side and liberals on
You
another?
shouldn't be playing over there. These people
Conservatives
are
say you shouldn't be
ruthless.
playing, and liberals are saying you should be.
I haven't even been paying attention to what side's saying what.
I
I've
haven't
just
seen
seen the political stuff saying, they kill their people. Why are you playing over there? And blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, then are you also against the golf courses that are conducting these events? Because 3 of them are owned by one guy.
Maybe I'm off the mark on this, but I feel like the PGA Tour's attempt to frame this as the Saudi golf tournament is starting to fall on deaf ears.
Yeah. I see it more like this whole thing is more like a chess match between the PGA and LIV, and how one side does the framing of it, and like Jay Monahan's thing he did either yesterday or
Do we have some of
Saturday.
that audio? Yeah, I happened to see that live with Jim Nance.
Right, and it was like they kind of did. I mean, they framed it. If you're the PGA, that's how you're going to do it. I don't have the audio of it at the moment. We can get that though.
And if you looked at the PGA Twitter account yesterday, they don't do this a lot.
Oh, it's just
But when they had cameras focusing on JT and Rory and Tony Finau in the locker room getting ready for their threesome, and then posting how many majors and FedEx Cup wins and titles they have between the 3 of them, and I get what you're trying to do, and that's fine. Look who we have in our final group. You guys got Charles Schwartzel winning your tournament. I get what they're trying to do, but the more and more players that start going to LIV, they're gonna have to do something.
I thought the PGA, like the content, that I think it was kind of embarrassing. I think they went over the top. They're so petty with it. It's not like LIV Golf went and just lambasted the PGA Tour. They're just creating a tour that is different. It has a different setup to get people money. If you want to join, sure. If not, who cares? The PGA is bringing up the whole 9/11 thing. When you have golf tournaments in Saudi previous to the LIV tournament, it's just so hypocritical. It's slimy. It's they're playing the hits, and I just don't like what the PGA Tour and what the PGA Tour players are doing. Instead of just ignoring LIV Golf and doing their own thing, it is almost like a 5-year-old with their toy taken away.
So what parts specifically?
Oh, McIlroy taking subtle shots at Greg Norman. Like Iggy said, the PGA coming out with content they don't normally put out there.
Well, I mean, just for context on the McIlroy thing, Greg Norman did an interview in the Washington Post last week, and he said Rory McIlroy's been brainwashed by the PGA Tour, so that wasn't unprovoked, just for context's sake.
And that's not really what I was going at, but that was one of the reasons. I didn't know the backstory on that. It just I feel like the PGA they're the superior league. I mean, you should, I guess, act like it. Jay Monahan, I thought that was a weird thing to say.
Which part?
The 9/11 and you don't have to apologize
I agree
for being
with
on the PGA Tour was a little weird.
I actually agree with you on that. I was watching. I happened to be watching. I mean, again, the chances of watching that event in general are pretty low. But I'd just gotten home and was having lunch, and then I saw Monahan pop in. I'm like, man, I don't think he's done an interview. And you could tell the way they were setting it up that this was pretty significant. And I did think that the thing with the families of 9/11, because I thought Nance did a good job in a weird spot. It's it's like when people call people rights holders. The PGA Tour and CBS are in business together, and while Jim Nance is an all-time broadcaster, like him or not, I mean, the earnings speaks for itself. He is their employee, and I thought he did a good job from a journalistic standpoint of asking questions. That specific question, though, Plowhawk, that you're talking about, to me, struck me as make sure you ask Jay about the families of 9/11, because it struck me as a manipulative question.
Mm-hmm.
You thought the same thing, Jack?
Yeah, I just thought it came off hollow.
It kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he's like, it felt like I just kind of like leveraging that to use that as
because it's been the whole PGA Tour PR campaign.
Yeah.
Is calling it the Saudi Golf League, and it's just, and again, I'm not pro Saudi Arabia, but if we're going to have a conversation about Saudi money, Saudi Arabia didn't just start spending money with his investment fund in LIV Golf. They're all over the world, including U.S. businesses, investing money. Now, is it sports washing? Yes, I would say that is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as companies doing business with Saudi Arabia, LIV Golf is not the first one. So
No,
the
they've
PGA
all-
Tour is concerned, and so that's the one thing that they keep going to. You want to make sure these guys stay in the United States and play in the PGA Tour or RBC Canada or whatever other, now a DP World Tour was the Euro Tour. Put them under contract and have them be employees. But it's a good business model, kind of like college sports was for the universities before players started getting money. This is a great business model. You show up there and you don't make a cut, you lose money with your travel. But the problem is, and this is what I was talking about on Balloon Party, not with Riggs, but maybe Thursday or Wednesday of last week, is if you are perceived as being incredibly wealthy, and yes, many golfers are, but many are not, that to, especially at this particular moment in history, to be talking about being underpaid or being independent contractors, which understandably a lot of people don't understand the difference between it, it's not a popular thing for people to go, you know what, I'm having a tough time paying for gas, or inflation has affected my family in this way. Yes, but I would like to rally behind a guy who gets to play golf for a living because he's an independent contractor. It's just not something that's going to be a real relatable topic to sports fans. And so they're in a unique spot on their argument. But their argument, I do think, has validity in that they are independent contractors. If the PGA Tour wanted to put this to bed, they could make them employers and put them under contract. I can't go over and do a show at take your pick of whatever radio station. I'm under contract with Hubbard Radio. That's the deal, But these guys are independent contractors. Now, they sign agreements, but their whole premise why the business is wrong is because they're independent contractors. And so if they show up and don't make a cut, they lose money. And plus, there are all of these events, and there's 72-hole events. And Live Golf is offering more money for, a much lesser number of events and only 54 holes every weekend.
I thought Ian Poulter put it perfectly when he said, look, I've been playing this game for, almost 30 years, 25 years professionally. I've played all over the world, and nobody said anything to me about you can't play there. Now all of a sudden we're playing here, and they tell us we can't play here. I've been all over the world 2 or 3 times playing golf, and nobody's ever told me you can't go over there and play. Now they are telling me I can't. He says it makes no sense.
Right. They are up against a company that does not care about return on an investment and has all the money in the world.
Yeah, that's
it
what they're
is unwinnable. Mm-hmm. And then people go, well, why do they care? Well, they care because then it impacts their rights if the premier players do go there. Reading between the lines, a reporter who I follow on Twitter, and I can't recall his name. It wouldn't be a name that the audience would recognize anyway, but said that 2 more younger top 20 players are expected to go in the near future. What a day today is going to be, by the way, with Mickelson. Mickelson's the first press conference.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be.
Has Fowler announced yet he's going?
No, Fowler has continued to say he hasn't made a decision.
Because wasn't it Rich Lerner that Fowler and Reed?
But if you go again, I think Wellington said it on our show that if Kevin Na is getting $30 million, and even though Ricky Fowler hasn't been, competitive for a few years, it's not like he's been dreadful, but he just hasn't been where he was.
But he's popular.
I mean, Ricky Fowler's probably a 9-figure guy.
I would think.
He's high 8s. And Ricky Fowler might be looking around, and Ricky Fowler probably is looking around going, you know what, as weird as it sounds, because he's only 32 or 3, it might be on the verge of being over. Now, he's not in a spot where he's going to be hurting for money, but as far as his golf future, it's in question. And the game is young, and the game is distance, and if he is trending in the wrong direction with other elements of his game, and they're going, here's $90 million, that might be where he is. I don't know. I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. Again, I'm not commenting on that, but I'm looking at the landscape. Now, for those of you who watch the product, did it entice you this weekend? You want to talk about something feeling hollow, like Monahan's statement on the families of 9/11 coming off hollow. When Charles Schwartzel tapped in a putt for his team and his win of $4.5 million or $4 million, I guess is what it was, and he got another $750,000 for his team winning. Did that excite you? As far as an excitement element, I would imagine if you were a golf fan, you were more enthralled by seeing Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas dueling on the back nine. But as far as the business and the impact on socioeconomic elements and sports business, because what if Saudi Arabia goes, we're going to go do this with another sport? because they got all the money and they don't care about return on investment, then they can go do this with something that more people care about than golf. But I would imagine more people were enticed by the product of Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas heads up.
Yeah,
but
what player? Somebody didn't break 75 for 3 rounds and ended up making
Andy Ogletree is an amateur, and I think he shot 24 over and he cashed $125,000.
And
Talk
you
about
can
guys laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, and you can laugh at that, but like honestly, the PGA Tour should be terrified of that
Well,
stat.
they are, and that's
I mean,
why
that's-
Monahan came off. I mean, I liked that he did the interview, and I thought Nance did a good job in a weird spot. I mean, that's a tough spot. But I was like, oh, the families of 9/11, which everybody, of course, respects, but it's like, man, you're like, it's so obvious you're grasping for this Saudi thing that just isn't. It isn't. If there's one thing people can relate to, it's the ability to take care of your family. And that's what the line is from a lot of these guys. I don't think it necessarily hits home for people going, you know what, Phil Mickelson needs to take care of his family. Phil Mickelson's done just fine. Dustin Johnson needs to take care of his family. He's done just fine. But if you're a guy on the back end and you have that opportunity, that's where people go, yeah, if they want to play there, okay. The weird thing is going to be, because the U.S. Open's letting them play and the British Open's letting them play, what will Augusta do? If Augusta says no, that's where you could wind up in some kind of litigation. I just don't know if Augusta has the appetite for that. They don't really strike me as a group of people who are like, oh, let's take one for, let's get into litigation for no particular reason and drive, because I think that's what Live Golf is waiting for, is something to say, okay, now we can sue. And that's why Monahan won't say they are permanently banned. He just keeps saying they're suspended and we'll see what happens, which is absolutely advised by counsel. There's not a doubt in my mind.
I saw a story, and I hate to say it, Darren Ravel was actually the one that tweeted it out, about the guy who finished second in the Live Golf. His name is really hard. Henny Duplessis, I think
Henny
it is.
Youngman?
Henny Youngman, you're correct.
I mean, a journeyman.
wife, please.
I think it was been a pro for like 7 or 8
I used
years.
to be an atheist. I gave it up. They have no holidays.
He just won $2.5 million, like triple anything he's ever possibly won in his career. Like, those are life-changing things. That's
Yeah.
why I think more players may be enticed to take the dip.
Fundamentally, so much of this just gets down to the age-old question, what will you do for money?
Yeah, what is the cost? What's the line that you can draw on?
Not have to grind every week and week in, week out and play.
Oh, yeah, the Monday qualifier, things like
Lot
that.
less
And when you talk
tournaments.
about just stupid money being thrown away.
It's stupid money.
I'm
Kevin
sure
Na, 30 million, stupid money.
I would really like to know if they received their money up front or if it is personally guaranteed, because, I don't know how long this thing will be around. I don't know if the Saudi investment fund will go, okay, we're fine with just losing our asses on this thing, because our mission is not about return on investment. Our mission is about, trying to get people to forget. So I don't know.
When you think a guy like DJ with reputation, I would assume his was wired pretty much directly. You can't live off
It
of
was probably his
promises.
attorney and agent who was involved in
Yeah.
the conversation.
I don't know if you
more
can-
than him, but yeah, I would agree that at least some of it you'd have to think.
Yeah, this is such a big step for these guys,
Right.
career-altering, that
Right.
I imagine they've got that button down.
I just wanted to be honest. I mean, people talked about me backtracking with the Riggs thing the other
We
day.
going back to that?
No. But if you've come out and said, and you've trashed Phil Mickelson, I'm talking about Pat
You're
Perez
talking about
here.
Pat Perez.
Trashing Phil Mickelson, saying this BS, and
We got
the
to get
tours.
his wife's Instagram
yeah.
audio. Do we have that?
I can get that in the break.
That's just a
is,
couple of
special
bleeps
treat.
here and there, but for him saying that and then saying the PGA Tour has been great to me, I'm right around the corner from the Champions Tour, which I'm qualified for. That's into my twilight. I love it. And then to come out and say, well, DJ asked me to be on his team, and I can't say no to DJ. Isn't that a draft each week? You don't pick who's on your team, do you? So it made no sense for him to say, DJ asked me to be on his team, so, a guy like DJ wants me there, I feel wanted, I'm going to go. I mean, come on.
Maybe that and like $15 million for
That and how much
Perez.
money did you get? Just say it's not about the money, but then you go over there because of the money. Just be honest. Yeah, they offered me a boatload of money, and I'm going. But don't act like, well, DJ asked you to play on his team. I got to do that.
What happens if a Live Golf player wins next week? Now, really, there's only Phil, and DJ probably is going to be the only two.
Let's start with this. What kind of response do you think Mickelson gets this week?
Oh, terrible.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe mixed.
Oh, I think it'll be horrible.
I don't know. Everybody booing him would probably take the same deal.
Right. I don't.
If somebody offered him 10 times what they're making right now, or maybe more than that.
I think he's treated
20 or
okay.
30 times what they're making now to go over and work a little bit for Saudi Arabia. Most people would really consider it.
He's always been so nice to the fans. I think he gets a fairly warm reception.
Yeah, if Monahan was offered $800 million to run the Live Golf Tour, I would like to see
He'd be
his
gone
reply
tomorrow.
saying no. Because there is no way in hell you turn down that kind of money. Yeah, granted, Tiger did. But I think Tiger is now at the stage of reputation building. You know, he kind of had a little slip there, so.
He's already a billionaire.
Right.
Well, yeah. With a high-profile divorce in there as well.
Right.
If Tiger goes, if he would have said yes, this is a hypothetical, what do you think the PGA Tour does? If Tiger said, I'm part of this, now Tiger starts promoting it. The PGA, that's like their face now. What do you think the PGA Tour does if Tiger would have said, yeah, I'll go?
Well, I mean, I get the question. I respect the question. I think it's a 0% chance.
I know. Just hypothetical. Do they change their mind and say, okay, we're just going to let him play?
No, they
We're not going
his
to ban
career.
him. Just go play what you want to play.
They bring out the red flags. And
Yeah,
carry
I
on
mean,
career.
it's just, I don't know how to, I'm trying to think of, like, what would the PGA do, or, like, who's the most popular player now?
JT's.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, I think fan-wise, likability.
Like, and that's the thing. The gap is so big between Tiger and then the next, because Tiger isn't going to play. So if it were Justin Thomas, just to make it more hypothetical, realistic, yeah, I don't. You do that, and you get a guy who's, I think he's still in his 20s. That I think, I mean, because the Tiger thing just isn't going to happen. I understand the question. I'm not disrespecting your question. I'm trying. Okay, if it was Justin Thomas, or if it was, but then you sit there and Justin Thomas just doesn't mean near as much as
Yeah, I don't
Tiger
think there's
Woods.
anybody else on the tour other than Tiger that would make them
But
sit down
the
and
Tiger thing isn't going to happen. So that's
No.
why I'm trying to figure out what would there be something. I don't know what the PGA Tour. Again, I don't know, and I'd be curious if I talked with somebody in sports law about the independent contractor and the employer element. But that's one thing, and you can talk about that publicly. But still, when it gets down to it, is okay. You're getting $100 million, or you're even if you're not a great player, but you're on the tour and they offer you $10 million. That's what has it been reported what Perez has gotten?
My guess was like $15 million.
well, he got nothing. It's DJ. He's just doing it for DJ.
JT, what would he get? Like, is that like $250 million? You think JT would be offered? Because he's in his prime, very likable. I mean, that's the guy that. I mean, if DJ is worth 125,
that's a kind of world changer.
Gas prices being what they are, that shouldn't be a problem. Apparently, they offered Nicholas to come over and
yeah, he said he
run
was
the
offered
thing.
$100 million.
Yeah. So they went after the big fish.
I got to tell you, though, if it'll never happen, and Tim said it's never going to happen, but Tiger's at a point now where he's not playing the U.S. Open. He's going to rest up for St. Andrews. He's probably going to play the majors if they continue to let people play the majors. If you offer Tiger $1 billion to go play that, he said, you know what am I missing? I'm probably not going to play regular tour events anymore. I'll play the majors. I go over there and play maybe a couple times, 3 times, be the face for $1 billion. God, I don't care how much money you have. That's hard to say no.
Yeah, and I actually do think it matters how much money you have, because it gets to a point where it's just like, yeah, I don't need to do it. You know, as weird as it sounds.
I guess, but
your life doesn't change much if you've got $500 million or $600 million.
Unless you're
which is so crazy.
Lean tracing contest, which like Steamer is and that kind of.
Yeah, well, that's what it gets. We say that, but we don't have it, because usually when you have that kind of money, the only thing that you want is more money, because there's somebody who's got more than you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean.
I mean, with Tiger Woods specifically, and I think actually with Michael Jordan, there's just certain people like this. The competition is what drove their greatness, and the byproduct of their greatness was the money. Now, business, that can be different. You're driven by money, and then you are, then you're always looking for more. If it gets to a point where that's just, there's no more motivation because you have so much, there's really nothing to do. So it's like, but you also just like creating business, or you like that sense of taking something from nothing and watching it grow. But I don't think Tiger Woods, when he was coming up, was motivated by money. I think it was drilled into his head that he was motivated by greatness. Same thing with with Jordan. All right, well, it's 9:09 in St. Louis. We'll take a break, close out our appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour. Big announcement in the 8 o'clock hour, the St. Gabriel's TMA Trivia Night, partnering with Friends of Kids with Cancer. Portion of the proceeds, that will be July 23rd at St. Gabriel's. It'll include Salt and Smoke, and I believe it's going to wind up including even more. Tickets go on sale a week from today at 8 a.m., and we will have, I believe, 25 tickets for tables of 8 going on sale. The Trivia Night at St. Gabriel's, TMA Trivia Night, we'll all be there, is on Saturday, July 23rd, and those will go on sale next week, Monday at 8 a.m. Send your emails in. Iggy is controlling the NBC cameras this week for the U.S. Open. Your thoughts the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour coming up next. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled-high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com.
Ryan Kelly, I think everybody knows at this point what a huge supporter you've been of the military, and you've even got a loan program to help them specifically. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. You know, Doug, we have been rocking in the desert for years. We've been climbing mountains and climbing walls to raise money for PTSD awareness. We've always been all in there, but we knew we could do more as a mortgage lender, and that's why we created the Hero Loan at HeroLoan.com. If you're VA eligible, this one's for you. At HeroLoan.com, we keep it 100, meaning you can buy a house with 100% financing, no money down. You can refinance up to 100% of your appraised value, like cash out up to 100% of your appraised value. That means more money for you, right? And at HeroLoan.com, our interest rates are always 100 times lower than the competition. So if you're VA eligible, get the loan that you've earned. Get the loan that you deserve. We always pay for your appraisal, and we'll VIP service that thing and get you the lowest rate possible. Get pre-approved for your refinance or purchase today at HeroLoan.com, the only way to VA. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
I before E, except after C.
What is it, I before E, except after Y?
Nutted it. Absolutely nutted it.
Treat others how you would like to be treated.
Treat me like a pirate and give me that booty.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Salt and Smoke.
Okay.
Tim McKernan, once a young boy attending St. Gabriel's in South City, with big league dreams and a lopsided head. But that head was full of hair back then, so you couldn't tell much. Anyway, who knew he would someday return to St. Gabriel's triumphantly as the host of a kick-butt trivia night that's all about the show he eventually created and finally brought to the big leagues, HD2 Radio. It's the first ever TMA Trivia Night, July 23rd at St. Gabe's. It's trivia all about the morning after. So if you know about Iggy's weirdo Hito obsession, or maybe how many days the dude from the poor part of whatever city has been suspended by Doug or whatever, this thing's right up your alley. Tables of 8 go on sale Monday, June 20th at 8 a.m., around 25 minutes before the end of the Munganast 7 a.m. hour. TMA math right there. Ticket price includes food from Salt and Smoke and beer from a beer sponsor to be named later. A portion of ticket proceeds will go to Friends of Kids with Cancer. TMA Trivia Night. Get more details at TMASTL.com. Friday night, pizza night. But this week, every night is pizza night with TMA. Check out Felix's Pizza Pub for a free biggest slice in St. Louis all this week when you buy a 12 or 18-inch pizza. I mean, these slices are huge. Each slice is so big, they're valued at $10. Felix's opens at 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday and at 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday. 10% of all sales benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Grab yourself a 12 or 18-inch pie and get a big old slice all this week at Felix's Pizza Pub. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
105.7 HD2, the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
I'm going to let this breathe, Doug, because the breaks are short. And I'm going to let it breathe.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a couple things I need to do.
Same.
Is this the Mills
I
Brothers
just have
again?
to do it at this point. I don't know what to say. I'm going to be talking for 4 straight effing hours.
Well,
I'm going to take a little time.
All right.
And at the Milk Brother, Paper Doll.
Yeah, Doug, I mean, it's Paper Doll.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with this tune, but everything the Mills Brothers did was pretty good.
Man, this is like Sinatra-esque, though.
Very much so, yeah.
Oh, it just picked up.
Pick it up a little
Jazzy
bit.
now.
Let's start dancing.
Nice.
Bring your gal
Oh,
out
I
to
like
the
it.
dance floor in front of the big band.
This is good.
Ah!
What in the world was that? Was that Jackson? Did he fall?
My microphone popped me down.
Oh.
It just fell.
What in the world just happened? Welcome back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. We lost Jackson there. We lost him.
Well, it's a dangerous job, dangerous occupation. You know you're going to lose some along the way. You just are.
The book depository got him.
Yeah. Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, the great Eddie McVeigh. Catch the game in a pint at one of the 2 locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. It's Maggie O'Brien, sponsored by 9 o'clock hour, which will include in approximately 28 minutes the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. You can text in Engineered Design Facilities, text inbox EDF, sponsor of our text inbox. If you have visibility to your company or place of businesses, commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email fire@edf-rg.com and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. It's engineered, designed facilities, sponsor of our text inbox. Another new sponsor here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and we are thrilled to have them on board, is Centric. And the summer heat is here, and man, is it ever here this week and into next week for that matter. And that makes it the perfect time to train for a new career, one that gets you out of the weather and into a career you will love. IT. And Centric can help train you for that career in IT in just 4 months. If you want a career with unlimited opportunity, that's IT. Want a career where you can work from home? IT. Want a career where you don't give a flip whether it rains or it's sunny and 99 degrees? IT. And Centric can make that happen for you, even if you have no IT experience. If you're not happy with your job, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's hands-on program and show you how they help get you started in your new IT career. And then the only time you'll have to worry about the weather is when you have baseball tickets. Call 314-450-4714. That's 314-450-4714. Or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Technology is the future of St. Louis. Centric can make it your future as well. And what you should do is think about
that. Okay.
Happy birthday to Spicy Wiener today.
Carlos Spicy Wiener's birthday?
Oh, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I always go through my Facebook happy birthdays and see if there's anybody that's a friend of the show.
Huh.
So, yes, Spicy.
Happy birthday to him, yeah.
Former Missouri State Lady Bears coach Cheryl Burnett's her birthday today. Good friend. And Cat Muse. Happy birthday, Cat.
Cat Muse, who would that be?
She's big in the music scene in St. Louis.
Is she?
Yeah, so those are the only 3 I recognize out of the 20 that are posted.
Okay. Nice little shout out. New feature for us?
Yeah, try to.
Happy birthday shout outs.
Because I miss some. There's sometimes I go back and say, oh, it's Mark Milton's birthday today. We didn't give him a shout out.
Oh.
So I try to look at it during the show in case it's like a sponsor or somebody.
Okay. Well, that's nice that Carlos Spicy Wiener can have his birthday shared with the audience. He's a great guy.
He's a Hall of Famer, for that matter.
Yeah, bacon T-shirt or bacon golf shirt.
By nature, vacation is sexy. The departure from routine, the mini shampoo bottles, the inherent novelty of being elsewhere. It's an exercise in hedonism. You'll drink more, you'll eat more, you'll sleep in, and odds are you'll have more and better sex.
Say Zach Zane?
I know Eliza Domace.
She's making this stuff up.
This one's made up.
No, it's true so far.
Of course, now more than ever, as we hover in and out of different lockdown mandates, simply leaving the house can be a turn-on. But for time immemorial, vacation sex has had its own particular mystique. Quote, giving ourselves time to focus on sensuality away from the day-to-day demands of real life can offer us a chance to expand our sexual self-confidence. And that's according to Sari Cooper.
Yeah. One writes the article, but she just gets quotes from other people.
She's a sex coach. It's sex-esteem. Yeah. Quote, on vacation, we reconnect with our bodies and our partners. Lately, however, it would seem that giving gloss to your sex life is not merely a byproduct of travel, but rather the full-stop motivation behind venturing elsewhere in the first place. Earlier this year, the Global Wellness Institute predicted that by 2025,
We just stop.
global wellness tourism will hit $1.3 trillion
Sure.
mark.
Because there's a really good way to track that and figure it.
We don't know how
Really cut and
tourism
dry.
happens, but
With sexual wellness leading as one of the fastest growing sectors of the travel market. Doug, people are traveling for sexual wellness and spending $1.3 trillion.
I'm doubting it. I'm doubting all of
this
this.
is like Nautica numbers. Can't be accurate.
Moreover, in 2021, the 13th annual Global Spa and Wellness Trends Forecast for Spa Finder Wellness 365 announced.
Okay, that's enough.
These are pyramid schemes, right?
Yes, it is.
What, these are like housewives in Kirkwood on Facebook?
Like regional managers of these wellness things are driving like BMWs, but have a ton of product in their garage.
These are special type of hotels? Is that what they are?
Probably
Spas?
groups. They put groups together. Global Wellness Spa Group. We're going here this year. I'm guessing that's what it is.
Sex retreats are growing in popularity by the day.
Yeah. Hito.
Is it?
It's falling.
What's a sex wellness like? Is it like a retreat?
Yeah.
We don't know what it is.
So basically, you're just meeting people to hook up.
You're
I don't
going
know.
to
Is-
look.
Is that different than like a hedonism?
You're going to look for strange. It's pretty simple.
Do I
There
really
are a lot
need
of people doing that?
Well,
That'd be great. I can maybe see some lesbianism.
According to this wellness thing,
How do they have so damn much money that they can spend $1 trillion on it?
And the amount of hookers there are in the United States nowadays, like you don't need a wellness center and retreat to get lucky with
Can't
a
hurt.
stranger.
well, I think you'd rather get lucky and look for some strange on a tropical island and not on the corner of Chestnut and Shoto.
I don't know. Depends on what you're. Depends on what
I
you're.
don't think they
looking for.
intersect.
Yeah,
They don't intersect.
I'm just coming up with 2 names, and I don't even know if there's prostitution there. I just came up with 2 names in St. Louis.
No, Shodoa, yeah.
Check this lineup. Therapy is hard. Vacation is not. Quips Marissa Nelson.
Ooh, yeah.
Boy, she's
Went on a limb there.
These ideas are so awful and yet somehow make money. I just don't get it.
They have sex-positive workshops in Barbados, Hawaii, Washington, and St. Louis.
Really?
Oh, St. Lucia.
Oh, Lucia, say
I was
yeah.
about to say.
One is not like the other.
I don't know how the board approved the final.
I'll just open one on my patio.
You guys want to do Barbados, Hawaii, and St. Louis?
Yeah, we'll go to the Drury Inn downtown.
Oh, Washington.
Right across from the MAC.
Washington doesn't really fit in there.
I know.
either.
I don't know what that's about. It's probably for the people in the in Congress and their staff.
A lot of free time there in D.C.
Oh, man. Doug, at her St. Lucia retreat, for example, which clocks in at about 7,500 for 7 days,
God.
folks can expect beachfront couples workshops. Oh, that sounds awful.
Doesn't sound horrendous.
Sounds like a couples retreat you have to pay
Nothing.
for if you want timeshare.
Nothing you want to do on your vacation more than go to a workshop.
God almighty. Dimly lit hotel rooms and bespoke counseling from trained sex therapists.
Where do they go to get trained?
The premise is as follows.
getting
You're
a
taking
black
couples therapy, removing the stigma, and instead giving it the sheen of vacation.
Don't say that.
Dimly lit room. It's like coral quartz. Anybody
This is
anybody can turn
such
their lights
nonsense. Such utter nonsense. Can you
They know-
imagine
they
the
don't
type
know-
of person that's going to be out there telling you how to enjoy better sex?
They don't know any more about sex than you do, Doug.
Yeah,
you
this
could
is
do this.
like timeshare for anal. Like,
Oh!
I can't get past how much of a scam it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go on vacation, enjoy yourself, eat, drink, have sex. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should put together a TMA event where we'll go down to St. Lucia and we'll have all of our listeners come and we can dispense sex advice to them and their partners.
I don't want to talk
Let's do it.
It'll help the sheen of their vacation.
Simple. Can you imagine spending all that money, 7,500 couples, and dim your lights? Didn't even think about it. Thank you,
It's out.
Susie Cream Cheese, whatever your name
Imagine
is.
our listeners in St. Lucia just flopping on the beach,
Oh,
just
yeah.
walrusing it up and just having sex lessons in the
Oh,
morning.
I just imagine the Andy Dick scene in the old school being kind of the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's kind of how it
Mouthify.
would look. That's kind of how it would look. Crinkle cuts and chamby pots and such.
Now, is like the first day of the sex seminar kind of like the introduction? period?
Orientation.
Yeah, it's like where you stand up and say 3 fun facts about yourself.
Icebreakers. If you're cut or uncut, probably.
Well, I love pets.
I have 2 dogs, 3 cats.
Dog mom.
And I'm here to learn how to gape. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I could imagine the clientele being a bunch of C to C minus rate type of females and males. Looking to step their game and their swinger parties up to the next level.
all of them, every one of them heavy set.
This is a group that's working with hotels that are getting hardly any business, and then they book them in their hotel.
Big
Going to
Mike's
St.
not
Lucia.
happy. What's he not happy about?
He went to one of these.
Plow
and got
dumbass?
scammed.
Losing-
Hey, plow dumbass?
losing
He was,
that
he was at the dating game,
Yeah.
wasn't
He was.
He
yeah.
lost it, not happy.
Who was
And he
it?
seemed like he was calm and normal. Now he's back to being angry again, though. Hey, plow dumbass, I was at the Jeffco rodeo, and the beer line was a little king, but went quick. What does that mean?
I accidentally.
Like
King? I've
Joffrey?
never heard that term. Is that a new term?
Joffrey, he was a little king.
The thing with that, and a typical thing with that, you buy tickets, beer tickets. I cut in front of like 150 people because I didn't realize that there was
No, because you're a star.
that line, and I just cut in front of everyone. But then I did see the line afterwards, and it was long, but it was a fun time. I didn't say that. to
but it
try
went quick. It's in Hillsboro. The female barrel racers were fantastic, and I did not see one funnel cake or ribs. Less talky, more droppy douche from Big Mike.
There was 1,000% 2 funnel cake stands and a barbecue stand. Like I stood in line for.
Man, I
both.
like a good funnel cake, Jack.
I ate the hell out of both of them, so I was
bet
one of
you
the
did.
fats sitting there.
Yeah.
And the barrel racers were okay. I was talking more about when they were trying to rope the calves. They did not do that great in that.
That's kind of uncomfortable to see the calves go down like that. Oh, you got me leg.
And you have to wait a 6-minute kick-out time as well. So they're
Oh.
just sitting there tied up for 6 minutes.
Guys, I was also at the Jeffco rodeo, and I only saw 2 Confederate flags. Thanks.
I think I might have saw more. I'm telling you, though, the people watching there, it's Six Flags on steroid, boys. There were some good-looking honeys.
You still a platinum member at Six Flags?
Double diamond.
Double diamond.
Double timing, what does that
It's
mean?
been 2+ years with the platinum, so I got the free upgrade.
Thank you, Hubbard.
You're
Up to the double diamond.
You're kind of looking at a big deal, though.
So that means you get a meal or something when you're out there?
Oh, yeah. They did change the meal plan because that guy who took advantage of it and spent $170 for
I
the
saw
whole
that.
year. They had to change the policy. Still get 1 free meal, though. Drink, snacks.
Yeah.
What exactly is in a funnel cake? Like, what is it? Just fried dough?
Fried dough with powdered sugar on top, I think, is the premise of it all. And it is such a great treat. You saw people with 2 of them there. One on top of the...
Make a little sandwich.
I made donuts the other night. Kind of like funnel cake.
I saw that post. I love donuts.
Kind of like funnel cake. Just dough and fry it and then throw it in some cinnamon and sugar.
How was it?
I love them. My mom used to make them for breakfast, and I just... It was a nice treat for after dinner. I said, yeah, I feel like a donut. And I had a thing of biscuits in there, so
A donut is not a dessert.
Oh, yes,
I had it as a dessert.
It's
100%.
absolutely not a dessert.
Rolled in
You think it's
cinnamon and sugar.
breakfast?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I shove a lot of terrible stuff in my body, and donuts are on top of the list. They're definitely a dessert item, for sure.
I don't think so.
I think it's a breakfast dessert.
Well, I've had, like, if I'm at Schnucks and I see all the fresh donuts have come out, I'll get a couple of custard-filled chocolate donuts for dessert that night with a big glass of milk and a couple of custard donuts. That's my dessert.
Doug, you ever sit in the kitchen and make yourself some monkey bread?
No.
Now that's fire as F, dude. That stuff is hella good.
What is it exactly?
It's
monkey bread?
It's like basically one big, it's like little tiny cinnamon roll style and one big like mound.
Oh.
And it's like covered in cinnamon and like it drizzled with like icing. Oh my God, it's so good. Called monkey bread. And you just tear pieces off of it and eat it.
And it's hella
My mom
fire
made
good
that for
AF.
breakfast. Fire.
Okay.
And I ask if you're at the store. It doesn't matter what store it is. If it's something inside of a...
Ah! Oh no, Iggy just destroyed his phone.
many times am I
Iggy,
gonna do
that is going to be a problem. His phone is now soaked in coffee. The studio is soaked in coffee, and the play has gotten away from the players,
You got
Doug.
some napkins over
Doug is soaked in coffee.
No,
and
it's
it's getting away. And now it's getting worse as the paper towels have been dropped. The paper towels have been... The Salem's now are damp. The Salem menthols are damp.
Call our local QT. We got a man down.
First I get the phone.
We need a backup Salem.
Here comes Jackson. Here comes Jackson.
Jackson got a fresh haircut, too, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. We got a fade.
Fresh, dude. He said he was nervous about haircuts.
Okay. Gosh.
We good?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a lot.
I think it's the second time in 2 days, too.
Webster says the first hour has been uploaded twice, and he's not happy.
God forbid you have two, like, oh my God.
No, they're two different
Like
segments.
everybody's losing everything right now.
They're two different segments.
I do notice that sometimes they weirdly post twice, but I got an error message on the first try, and then I got it on the second try, so don't know what to tell you. Puzz, did you comment my haircut?
Yeah, look good.
Thank you. I heard it as I was running out of the studio.
Yeah, I did notice. I remember I was talking about it on Friday, and then I kind of forgot, and I saw it today. It looked good.
Thanks, man. I really
You look
appreciate
hot,
that.
bro.
I was kind of nervous about it.
Where'd you get it cut, brah?
An establishment.
Arene?
No, Arene.
Establishment.
She was booked. No, just an establishment. It went well.
Well, you don't say just an establishment. You could use that for everything.
I don't remember what
Where'd
it was
you eat?
called.
Well, just an establishment.
Well, if he mentions it, it might be payola.
Yo.
Or he doesn't want anybody busting up his spot.
Right. I'm trying to get it packed up.
Busting up his spot. Like
and
people are going to be lined up there for haircuts now. He won't be
Exactly,
able to get back in.
Doug. You got to keep your little honey. Like people who fish, you know, they keep their honey hole
Yeah,
to
Puzzy's
themselves.
right.
They don't just reveal
spot
where they're
on.
fishing at.
Morrison Woods Wacko is now in, and he's issued a response to Mr. Licks. Hey, Plowboy, which ride does Mr. Licks work at Six Flags? Thanks. That's from the Morrison Woods Wacko.
What would be the premier ride to work? Mr. Freeze? Probably because it's cold in there.
That's what me and Madison always have the conversation. The worst
Rim down,
one would
Iggy.
be the Batman because of the lack of central AC.
And
in
it's
there.
loud.
Which one has the most vomit, bro?
Yeah, you don't want people throwing up.
Honestly, I think.
Oh, dude, the Excalibur thing?
Yeah,
that
the
thing that spins you upside down?
And
Ugh.
I don't like the Ninja because in the Ninja,
Is there a lot of vomit there, bro?
and if you're on the mic, you have to be very. You know, you have these little cheesy sayings that you have to say, and I could not do that for 8 hours without wanting to jump off that ride.
Yeah.
So I think a lot. The Minter Freeze is the ultimate. But Madison said
cold in
her
there.
friend worked in the like Western like shop.
Yeah.
Where you know you kind of put a penny in and you make yourself a little belt buckle.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that one's the spot because you could take breaks whenever you want.
I would tell you the
Close
spot
on.
is Family Golf and Learning
Yeah.
Center, and you will see me there today. I don't care how hot it is.
I may be out there.
Maybe we're just gonna maybe you can
Short
shoot
area.
some video because Doug, this right-to-left ball flight now, does the ball go longer? Yeah, it does. Is that something I need at this golf course this weekend? No, it isn't. So do I go back to the cut this weekend? I don't know.
I like it.
You like me going back to the cut? A lot of misses right when I don't turn it over, and then I'm in a bad spot at a tight golf course. So that's something that I'm meeting with my team. Butch and Clark Harmon are not in Massachusetts this week. They're going to be at Family Golf. Family Golf and Learning Center, a premier golfing facility for all abilities and ages, provides a friendly and encouraging practice experience for the individual or the family, and provides an opportunity to learn, practice, and play better golf. And they have the grass tees open, and now the short game is open, and it is absolutely wonderful. I love that place, and I will be there. Barring a miracle, I will be there today. And we'll just ball strike. I mean, that's what we're going to do. And if people want to talk to me, don't. I'm A-list.
You wear any kind of disguise
HD2.
so that you can just get your work in?
Yeah, I have this mold that makes my head symmetrical, so it throws people off.
Well, that's not Tim. Yeah.
So it throws people off.
Oh.
And if you want a swing analysis, you get 50% off when you let people know you're a TMA listener. So how about that? 50% off, let people know you're a TMA listener at Family Golf. Go online at Family Golf online and enjoy lunch or dinner on the terrace of the Back Nine Bar and Grill in that short game area. How do you do?
Well, I'm fine, thanks.
And the grass tees. How do you do?
Well, you can work on everything. I mean, you can chip, you can go 20 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards. Anything you're working on.
The Pearl says Pockets is so nervous about member guest he dumped his coffee.
Yeah, that is so stupid.
Are you done with the? Are you done with the paper towels? And I'll bring them back to the break room.
Well, yeah, because we got two of them in here.
The other paper towels are dangerously
You can
close
see
to
Jackson's
another
sick haircut.
spill, though. Am I correct, Doug?
No,
I feel like they're in.
I'll put them over here.
Jackson's back. Check out his haircut. He got a fade.
Boy, that was a serious haircut.
Wait, you see that? He did a little toss with the.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying before I spilled. Just. Well, I'm going back to it before the accident.
What you were even talking about.
Well, I think it was going to be a hijack 10 minutes ago, but I think the drink.
Well, it was just we were talking about donuts. I tied it in. Just no matter what store you're at, if they have them in like a case, either use the tongs or the piece of papers you can pull out of there. And
100% agree.
I saw a guy the other day, and it kept me from getting donuts. He's in there picking out. I don't want that one. That one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In this day and age, you're actually touching all the donuts and then picking another one? God Almighty! So please use the tongs.
Doug, that's our message for today.
Okay.
We're raising money for Birdies for Bipolar and also
tong awareness.
I think Wellington would have respected it.
Yeah, respect the tongs. Use them.
Well, that's the way it's been done for 100 years, and people have somehow survived it.
It wasn't even couth then. No. It's definitely not couth now. Anyway, it kept me from getting some custard donuts.
Yeah. I can see where.
Why don't you go touch those jelly donuts over there? I'm never going to get a jelly donut. Go touch those if you want. Leave the custard alone.
Guys, just checking in. That story's a lie. Thanks. That's from Brian Engine.
Yeah, which one? Custard donut? Why would that be a lie?
Where were you getting these? At the grocery store or the gas station or where?
I won't mention the place. I mean, it goes for any place you go to.
Oh.
That you have to get your donut. I saw it where I was, but most places will have a self-serve donut place. You open up the counter doors and, tongs, or they have those little plastic paper you pull out of there.
Yeah.
But what if they just touched the donut that they're grabbing?
That's
I said they touched it, but then put it back in and took another one.
Yeah.
The Loomster, Doug, you know him. He's in the Elite Eight of the Fan Page Club Championship. Kind of an upset.
Yeah.
I think only 9% of the brackets had him in the Elite Eight. So if you had him, you are really at an advantage over the field. But the Loomster says Iggy and Plowboy are both on their phones. Way to respect management's request. That's from the Loomster.
If you can't tell what I'm on the GoFundMe page. I'm on our
Plowhawk is holding it up on YouTube, Loomster, so you can see it.
I'm on our fan page. Like, I don't like people seeing what I'm Google searching on this computer and stuff. So let me just show research.
And our phones are our computers.
Just because your store, I don't know, what fast food place you work at 11 a.m., it doesn't open yet. It's fine. But, like, stop.
Loomster
Just
Take some have breakfast now.
That cuck can just sit at
Oh,
home. I hope he gets dragged in the fan page. Just absolute
Wasn't he a
drag.
former
6
fragrance
and
salesman?
5. Oh, yeah, but he couldn't cut that.
Looked like he was henpecked.
Had to get home by 5 to water the plants so a girl wouldn't, lock him in a corner. Just cuck king over
God,
there.
the
Yeah, well-
Loomster didn't know what he had coming with.
Bring it
It's
on.
like, it's
Bring
like
on,
Kobe.
dude.
Just let him ISO out.
I'm
Everyone
doing it.
get
It's
to the
not like
corner.
I have no reason to be on my phone outside of like show stuff. Like we'll look stuff up. Like I'm not using this so everybody can see what I'm like searching and everything.
Right.
It's just stupid.
Well,
I
almost
open-
everybody who does radio has a computer in front of them now, and our phone. Those of us who don't bring in a laptop, that's our computer.
It's just easier for me to navigate.
Well, first of all, I got on my phone to see if it worked after I dumped.
Is it working?
After I dumped coffee all over, that's what I did.
I want you
So,
checking
yeah,
the stats
it's working.
from the
It's coming up.
Wellington GoFundMe.
I have a live read for the Galaxy.
That's what
The
Here's
TMA
what I'm on.
fundraiser for veterans. What do you
Yeah,
got going?
my
What's
email. I've got my email. I always have my email up in case
boy.
I get emails I need to look at. So that's what I had up.
TMA fundraiser for the Veterans Golf Simulator. Michael Wellington wearing the TMA cap this week. We are about halfway there. Unbelievable. Started the thing not even 2 hours or 3 hours ago, I should say. And we are at $2,260. Tweeted it out on the TMA account. It's on the TMA fan page. Just go. If you can, donate just $5. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. Just donate $5. And we want to raise $5,000 for the Veterans Golf Simulator. Wellington's wearing that TMA hat, and he is out on the course with Chris Nagel, getting their work in.
You know what we can do?
What's that?
It won't keep people from doing it now, but as we get closer, you can go in there and see who donated and put it over 5,000. Correct? It kind of tells you who.
Yeah, it tells
donated.
you. Sometimes it's anonymous.
So for the person that puts it over 5,000, how about if we have Michael take the hat and have Chris Nagel sign the hat, and then the winner, whoever puts it over 5,000, gets that hat.
Oh, how about that, Doug?
Unless Welly really wants that hat, we can get him another one.
Oh, sure we could.
Hey, Loomster, how did it feel to get orally destroyed by a 90-pound gummy bear eating stoner? That's from the Warson Woods Wacko.
Now, I still like Loomster, but like we've had issues where listeners are accusing us and the management get involved. I was on the Wellington page. I was doing show work.
And you ripped him a new Rusty.
I just don't like when people just have to comment about everybody's job and what they're doing wrong with it all the time.
Now, let's be honest. Tommy was
Kind of
more interested in my phone being off when the show started. He didn't want the...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it was more...
I missed that.
I kind of did too.
Well, I can leave it on, but I make sure I turn it off when I come in.
Remember the meow was attached to our computer?
That was a great moment.
Anytime there was a notification on your computer, the meow was
Yeah, I
funny.
remember. I forgot about that. So just now.
Sometimes it would come in opportune times.
The memories. But no, Loomster, you're good.
No, he's not that good. He has no business being in the final 8.
I'm shocked he is. I haven't played with him
I'm
in a
not
few years. I
shocked.
think game
He's
must
gotten
have been
better. I used to
really
beat him
improved.
regularly. He's gotten better.
I used to beat him.
I used to beat him regularly.
You ever tell a story where you're not the hero?
Clip that off.
Well, if I could find one.
Clip that off.
Man.
Yeah, Loopster will tell you.
Okay.
He's gotten better. He used to be like an 18.
Doug, what is
19.
his index?
I have
like
no
a
He's
12.
13 now.
No
Yeah,
interest
12
in
something. He
That's
used to be like a 19.
significant drop. He must be working on a game.
Yeah, him and Matty Bear. Matty
I was,
Bear used to be like a 20 something on the second hole at Normandy. He laid up.
Doug, you ever watch those guys play
Or
on
third
NBC
hole.
or see him on CBS?
No, I
The
don't.
third hole,
think he'd
par
want
3,
to.
Bear would lay up. Now
What are we
he's
talking? Which golf course are we
People are
talking
supposed to
about?
know what that means.
Normandy.
The average guy listening to this is supposed to know what that means.
That's the whole
I'm explaining it to
Bear
you.
lays up on the third hole.
I just said it's a 190-yard par 3.
Not even. It's like
Got to clear a creek. He used to lay up.
Okay.
That's why I beat him 10 and 8.
Can you imagine busting out a
But-
pitching wedge at
The
190?
Loopster is Banty. He says, for the 709th time, Iggy and I have played golf together one time in the Cut Cup. Never a match, and he's never beaten me. That's from the Loopster.
Well, we used to play in the league together.
Was it Thursday League guy? Yeah.
Yeah, and we would play for money. When we got done, we'd go back out and play holes for money, and
And you whipped his fanny.
you forgot about those.
Those aren't sanctioned, though.
Oh, how about this? Wellington just sent me a picture of Nagel putting
next to Dustin Johnson and Gary Woodland on the putting green. How about that?
I think got to get starstruck, right, Nagel? I mean,
Nagel played in the U.S. Open in 2018, and they were in the group. Wellington, I think, said it last week. They were in the group ahead of Mickelson when he stopped the ball from rolling. How about that?
Man, just neck the DJ, though. That was.
I expect he's good enough that he doesn't get
I'm
that
sure. For
That's
me,
the thing that, I've played with Chris one time, but it was a practice round. So, I mean, I know he's got to be nervous being around me, but.
That's different.
That's different. That I think everybody goes, yeah, I understand.
This is a St. Gabe thing.
That's the
club
thing.
down from all the nerves.
Exactly. But that he's one of the things about him is that he's just. I said, was he excited about qualifying? He goes, yeah. He goes, but it was so it was never in doubt. So he was just kind of calm. And then when he started getting a million texts, and they were sitting there having dinner in Columbus last Monday night, it started to hit him that he was going to get a chance to do this again. And there are guys. There's a gap. There's these gaps. There's the gaps of the 20 handicap and a 10 handicap
There's
and a
gap
10 handicap,
wedges.
and there's gap wedges and a 10 handicap and a scratch golfer. And then there's gaps of a +2, and then you get into where he is. And so for people who are aware of it, he does have the caliber of game to be competitive with this, which I know sounds ridiculous because most people probably had never heard of him up until recently, but I'm just anxious to see what he can do because he does have the ability. But even guys, there's plenty of guys who are household names who won't make the cut this week. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast. Doug, would you rather see Chris Nagel win the U.S. Open or me and Iggy win member guest? Be honest.
Chris Nagel.
Well, you didn't really think much about it. You wanted some more time to think about it and then write an essay tomorrow or something?
No. That's my position. I'm holding firm with it.
I love Chris Nagel. Love to see him win, but I mean, got to go with me and Tim. I mean, we're playing in it, so we'd rather see us win.
Well, maybe you would. The question was,
God, I actually have to go into I really am thinking about it. I don't know what the total amount of money is that factors in for us, Iggy, not Nagel. Nagel, I think, would make $2 million, I believe, $2.5 million. I don't think we would make that if we won member guest, but I will look into it.
I think we're playing for live money.
You are, yeah. I'm just showing up, and
I wasn't even going to play, but they threw money at me to play in this thing.
You're an 8-figure jigger.
I'm a 5-figure.
Nagel gets more starstruck being around Tim than Dustin Johnson. Come on, Plowsy. Are you even a lemming? Thanks. That's from King Fupa.
Well, I'm talking DJ. No offense to Tim. His stature. He
is like 2 inches taller than me. I think he's 2 inches taller than me.
Isn't he like 6'4"?
And I think he has a little
2
bit.
inches.
He's got a couple more percentage
2
of body
feet.
fat compared to you. I think he's, kind of a little bit huskier.
How tall
Similar
is Nagel?
beards.
How tall is what?
How tall is Nagel?
He don't look that tall when I saw him.
I would guess in the 5'11", 6 foot range.
Yeah.
I bet you he can compress some balls, though, if I had to guess. Never seen a game, but
It's just a different operation. I mean, Wellington's a hell of a player, and he looks at it and like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Skip yesterday. I mean,
Producer Joda said Nagel's plus 2,500 at top 20. That's probably more in the realm of reality.
Yeah.
Somebody was texting in some top 40 bet, too.
I don't see top 40 on any books I ever
top
use.
20, that's worth the squeeze, though. Even if you put 10
I
down.
get 25 to 1. Yeah, put 10 on a plow hockey. Top 20s, you get 250. There you go.
That's an easy. To me, I think making the cut. He made the cut at in 18, right?
He did.
Okay, so I think if that's your goal for Nagel and Wellington, obviously they would love to win it, but I think making it to the weekend, playing 4 rounds, I think if he does that, that'd be awesome to see.
and it's probably going to be, 3, 4, 5 under maybe.
No, typical.
Cut?
No,
Winner.
to win.
Right.
So, just make a bunch of pars. You don't have to go out there and have a birdie fest
And
like
that's
you do
the
on the
thing.
Corn Ferry
That's
Tour.
what Michael was saying. His game's more suited to that than like the Corn Ferry thing, which might be why he has trouble there, where we're minus 25 wins. That
Yeah,
kind
I mean, it's a wedge fest.
Yes.
Before you get to live reads, I want to ask you, I know there have been reporters and people out on the course there in Boston kind of showing people how difficult this course is.
Yes, I've seen some of those videos.
Though that place looks
It's
like
brutal.
a
I don't know
gauntlet,
what-
man. You can hit it dead center of the fairway and hit a ridge and go into the water.
I can't even imagine.
I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's what golf is supposed to be.
It's strategy. I think that's exactly what golf is. I think it's all
I don't
strategy
know.
based.
If you're going to penalize the straight shot, then that's goofy
But
golf.
you play practice rounds. You kind of know what you're getting into on the course. So I
Doug-
think that strategy is plays.
Doug, do you like how it's called
The country club?
No, I hate that.
I hate that.
You talk about nose in the air. Ours is just simply the country club.
What about the University High School?
That's where it
I
started.
don't like that either.
And the Ohio State University.
And I don't like the
followed suit.
British Open just to be called the Open Championship.
I like
Stop
that.
it.
I like the Open.
It's not the
Oh,
Open.
it's a
It's
British
literally
Open.
the Open, and they scold you if you include the championship.
Say British.
I don't want to be scolded. I like to put the championship.
But then they call you the champion golfer of the year.
Nice.
Get over yourselves.
Very
a little bit.
lowbrow.
Well, they've been doing it for longer than anybody does.
I don't care how long they've been doing it. It's one of many tournaments. Not the only tournament out there.
Hey, Tim, when you qualify next year, who will be on your bag? My vote is for the guy that wears jeans at all the station golf events. Thanks. That's from Big Tom.
Hipster.
That's the hipster in Tower Grove South, Tommy
Oh, is that
Hamilton.
who that is?
I would be interested. I mean, I think Iggy would have to be on my bag.
I'm not carrying a bag for
So you're out.
72 holes
That's
on those golf
dedication,
courses.
Jim.
All right.
What about
Well, I guess hipster's in.
spicy wiener with that bacon,
the bacon
shirt?
shirt.
I think you do that just for. And then when it gets rainy, he could put on the Iggy Golf Coach font bon jacket.
But Tim, you'll be carrying your own bag, correct? And then the
At the
caddy,
U.S. Open?
The caddy will just be walking.
You're just
with you.
walking with me just to keep me company. Talk it over.
Hiding behind trees.
Hiding behind
Will you be in a
trees.
cart in our?
What's that?
Will you be in a cart for our matches?
Yes, I think everything is a cart this week.
Okay.
That make you happy?
Yeah, because I need your guidance when we get to balls.
Be a lot of walking with 100 degrees.
No, Tim likes to walk. But in this case, I would like
Since
to.
Jameson's been going to the golf course with me like every day, I've been riding constantly and still burning like 2,500 calories. How about that? It was so hot yesterday.
Yeah.
Played with Spencer, who Jackson has a crush on. And right, didn't you say he looks like Brooks Koepka or something?
Yeah, he does. He looks like Brooksy and hits it damn near just as far.
He was bombing some yesterday. And another loyal listener, fan page guy actually, Steve Wiley, great guy. And Jameson was with me. And he behaves, man. He goes out there 18 holes and behaves. For as bad crap as he is, he's great on a golf course. But then at home, it's like he has snorted 7 lines.
Oh.
Yeah. Can't figure it out. But it's great because I love being out there with him. It's the greatest thing in the world, man. I wouldn't trade that for anything. And since he's good, the guys, are cool with it, especially when we're gambling and all that crap. Let me talk about some booze, and I'll talk about some gambling, too. There's a new whiskey in town, Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and going down easy is the game. The can behind Fistful has spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy. That's why Fistful of Bourbon keeps winning gold medals, blue ribbons, and whatnots at every fancy liquor competition from the Berkshires to Bakersfield. Get wise, pick up a bottle today, don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy Fistful responsibly. And Stratum Structural Systems. Wow, wow, wow. We talk a lot about waterproofing throughout the course of the year with Stratum Structural Systems, but one of the things that people might not be aware of, when it gets this hot, it actually can impede your foundation and can cause cracks. I wasn't aware of this. Matt Ford and Brett Groman told me how this worked. This is a whole thing, and it is going to be hotter than a fire as a hell over the next week. I would imagine this is one of the hottest stretches we've had in a long time over the next 7 to 10 days. So you might notice some foundation issues. If and when this happens, call Matt Ford and Brett Groman at Stratum Structural Systems. Think local, think Stratum, 314-620-8153, or go online at stratumrepair.com. When you call 314-620-8153, let them know you are a TMA listener and you get $100 off your repair project. It's Stratum Structural Systems, stratumrepair.com, and then think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Well, it's official. My boyfriend Simon's wife is hooked on duty play. She couldn't even wait until our normal dinner time. At about 3:30 p.m., she made Simon and I get off the trampoline to come in to eat her Wagyu. Do you say Wagyu? Do you see Wagyu?
Wagyu beef?
Wagyu? Sloppy Joes. After forcing us to eat pounds of her Joes, she then made us enter a pop-up tent to protect the house from the mess. She got right to it. Quote, spread those fannies and shoot me with your Sammies. I looked at Simon and he gave me the nod. I hovered over her and raised my robe. Looked out below for my Joes.
Okay, that's enough.
Look, I'm surprised because I'm in the filtered file.
Who was it, Tim?
That's from Doug's microphone shadow.
Yeah, same one he sent last week.
Such a good email.
It's
I think I voted for it.
horrible email.
Well, my vacation is over and I'm back here in the muggy Midwest just in time to experience heat akin to Satan's undercarriage. I just have to share this cute little story from the last day of our trip, though. For my money, you haven't truly lived until you've rubbed aloe on another man's sunburned hole.
Oh.
It all started innocently enough when a stranger passing by the pool noticed me struggling to apply aloe on my own sunburned lower back. As he caressed the sunburned area just above my tramp stamp, I could feel his hands trembling with nerves, like Iggy standing over a 3-footer at Member Guest this weekend. After he helped me with a quick rub down, he nearly continued on his way, but for some reason he turned around and playfully remarked, "Say, fella, how's about you repay the favor and hook me up with a little aloe rub down on the tender sunburned area of mine?" What started as an innocent favor ended with a guy named Big Jim spread eagle with his feet behind his head as I rubbed cooling aloe gel all over his no-no zone. Next thing you know, I was blindfolded and chained to a groping station so every vacationing passerby could take turns exploring my gape. Pretty neat stuff. Congrats on 20 years in radio, Tim. That's from the JV Golf Coach.
JV golf coach.
Dear Deidre, I'm feeling a bit of anxiety after I guilted my coworker into asking me to play in his Member Guest, even though I cost him the tournament last year. I have a debilitating need to be liked, and I want to make a good impression at the club so the others will be more likely to donate to my GoFundMe retirement page. I'm a man of 65 and have suffered with nerves and anxiety in my adult life, but recently it has impacted my golfing and ability to get hard. I'm even having trouble reading a 20-second advertisement on the air, even though I've been in the industry for over 30 years. I'm in shambles ahead of our tournament next week and humbly submit my holes to whatever e-leaflet you deem fit. Thanks. That's from Here for the Spiders, Staying for the Sex, a Nautica and Perry Ellis musical.
He's new.
And finally, Ed Young. Hey, Doug, in the novelization of The Godfather Part 4, the Godfather, Mickey Rooney, wearing his Mr. Uniyoshi best, picks up and outs down 5 to 6 donuts before returning to his car to fondle that delicious treat, Ava Gardner. They never did consummate that marriage, though. See, Boots, I can make up dumb stories to waste time, too. Only difference is when I'm done, I don't start breathing heavily directly into a microphone, adding sort of a trembling effect. So fake. Tasty Treats, #1 Asian intern Brian Henshin, a.k.a. ASMR Pearl Sin. I think this was one of LPGA friends, so use the code TMA5 for 83% off an ASMR putting lesson. You think ASMR putting?
For 83% off.
That's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling.
Not a great batch.
Email today.
I
saw they were getting deleted as I read. I think Jackson's tight for Balloon Party.
They were filthy.
Tight on time.
Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
I'll go for JV golf coach. I don't know why, but I'm going to him. The others were vile.
God, they're all just so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, DMS.
I voted for him last week. He didn't win. It was the same email, basically. Just I think the names were changed. I'm going to go with Doug's microphone shadow.
I enjoyed Henshin's the most, actually. I enjoyed
it.
was all lies.
Just for the visual aspect of the ASMR putting lesson.
Yeah, there you go. That's what got me.
Damn it, Lucas.
Brian Henshin is one. The Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. And now has a win to tie him for the lead with 7 other guys.
It might be 2 guys. Who knows?
It's the first thing you've written all week, and you get something for it.
All right. Balloon Party is coming up next. Pepper and Genie podcast coming up. Action Jackson and Plowhawk and I, we've got a sound story at 11:30. Hey, by the way, 10% off Sound Story for Father's Day. Perfect gift, mysoundstory.com. You get 10% off. Is it just automatic or you got to enter promo code TMA, Jackson?
Promo code TMA, and it's for a gift certificate.
10% off for a gift certificate for Sound Story. So there you go. Perfect gift for Father's Day. Time for us to shut it down. Closing out the Maggie O'Briens. 9 o'clock hour for the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Selvin Vaughn, and Tim McCurdy. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2, The Potted Plant, TMASTL.com, and YouTube.com/TMASTL.